I was victimized. I was brutally victimized. I've been molested. I've been victimized, chat! I can't believe it. I can't believe I've been victimized like this. I'm just an innocent boy. I'm just an old man with dementia. I was victimized. Oh, God. Oh. Oh, no. I've been victimized. Guys, I'm just an old man with dementia. I've been abused. I've been touched. I've been touched, chat. Listen, chat, we need a justice for Chris here. We need a justice for Chris, okay? I was just having a normal day, just doing the worst shit post I've ever done in my entire life, and somebody decided to get mad at me. Oh, somebody got mad at me. I've been touched. I've been raped. I've been raped. I've been molested. I have been... Justice for me. Justice for me, chat. I am now a victim. I am now a victim. Oh! Okay, it's not that crazy. It's not that crazy, okay? It's actually, like, way stupider. It's way stupider than you think. The only reason I am covering this, and I'm going to clarify my positions, okay? I'm going to clarify some positions before you guys, before this Limus person and all of their fans and people get mad at me, okay? Yes, I am covering this drama out of sheer, unadulterated pettiness. But, okay, but, Limus, okay, the drama, if it is not that big of a deal, I will gladly defend you while I go through it. I have no problem with that if the allegations are not as crazy presented, because your response, I saw your response, and it was complete shit. So I still haven't read the document yet, and I'm reading this out of pure spite, pure pettiness. And you're thinking to yourself, chat, why is Chris doing this? He's not a petty guy. Well, listen, they brought up the fact that I worked with Keem, so I have to rep the Drama Alert Nation. As an old prodigy being fired by the illustrious Keemstar, I have to live up to the hype as a potential replacement one day. I have to be petty. I have to be petty, okay? So I'm just gonna read this out, all right? This is you now. You know why I'm doing this, okay? I made a really terrible Twitter shit post on this video, okay? Completely terrible. It was the worst shit post I've ever made. I was bored at work, and somebody sent me this video that somebody made on Psy. I really don't care about that, right? What I do care about is just posting stupid comments on other commentary channels to see the reactions of people, right? Like that's how I did the romantic goblin thing. I was like, I heard you know about gun safety, and then it snowballed into us finding out that Goblin tried to buy guns for City Bear. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, okay? I am not a fan of Psy currently, or really ever, but I don't care about the Psy drama, right? I don't care. I literally can't care. I don't give a fuck. Like, I have better shit to do with my day than try and beef with somebody basically on the same level as me. I have better shit to do with my life, right? So I just put this stupid little comment. Why am I here? Who are you? I have dementia and don't know what's going on. I'm just a lost old man. Something so stupid, okay? Incredibly stupid. So stupid, it does not matter, okay? This person came at me, right? They were just like, could you leave then? And I'm like, oh, okay. Okay. We got some smoke now. So I just wrote, I've fallen and I can't get up. Just stole the life alert meme right there. And I just said, you seem to be real bitchy. Okay? They got mad and said, then stay down. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I feel like this person's mad at me for some reason. I was like, so angry. Who hurt you, media reviewer? Like, I get a document was made on you and everything about your server. But does that mean you could pick on a poor old man? You know what I mean? Just, I have Alzheimer's. I am old. I am dying. I am not long for this world. Why? Why would you pick on a dementiated old man like myself? So they keep going. You don't need to take out your midlife crisis on me. I don't know where you're getting that from. I just wrote a shitty little comment here, and you like got real mad at me for it. You kept trying to poke at me. I don't know why you would do that. I don't get it. You know, you got a whole channel here with like 1 million+ view video on a show that nobody gives a fuck about. And if you're bitching and moaning and complaining about VisiPop, you're basically somebody that needs to be locked in an insane asylum with no forks, and you need to eat gruel with your hands because you're too retarded to be able to function in regular society if you give an absolute shit about Hazbin Hotel or Hell of a Boss. Like, you people are retarded. I hate all of you people that are this invested in a dumb fucking show nobody cares about. But okay, sure, whatever, sure. Sure, you get 1.5 million views off of a video, how to not write at a victim of abuse like anyone gives a shit. But okay, totally fine. I know that getting fired by Keemstar sent you into a frenzy ever since. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. What? Excuse me. I need to clarify the lore here. All right? I need to clarify the lore. I quit the show, first off. Second, it's a badge of honor to be fired by Keemstar. It is. I take it as a badge of fucking honor. I was dog shit at my job. I was the worst producer in human history. I own that shit. I've made jokes about it. You're using this as an own. Everyone knows. I've been doing the same shit before working with Keem and after working with Keem. So I don't know what you're talking about here, you dumb bitch. But that's where we're at. And it's really funny that people try to use that against me like it's an own. I make jokes about it all the time. Guys, apparently I got like more mean after the show ended. Is that true? To the long-standing people that have been watching me, have I gotten worse after leaving the show? Was I worse? Chat, am I more evil now? Am I more evil? I don't think I'm more evil. I think I'm the same I've ever been. Am I that evil? I don't know. I've always been an asshole. Thank you, Lockwood. I appreciate that. I don't know the lore. I worked for Keem on a show, and it was really bad. Okay? Really, really bad. And why is she mad about a comment again? I don't know. Great question, Brooke. Apparently, I'm just borderline evil. I'm an evil person. Now, here's the thing, chat. Here's the thing. I'm going to tell you a secret. A secret of being a content creator. You ready for, like, the insider scoop, chat? Are you ready? Are you ready for my insider scoop of what to do and not to do on the internet when you're in a shitpost fight with somebody? Maybe check the channel of the person that you're shitposting to or you're getting angry at while they are shitposting. And make sure it's not a drama channel that thrives off of making money off of your demise. And also have an active drama that happened 20 hours ago involving a Discord server with kids. Now, I'm not calling Limus a groomer. Okay, no evidence of that. Not calling them that at all. But I will say that they are not a smart person. First off, to pick a fight with me, that's never a smart move, especially when you have your own drama. Like, I'm not this big fucking scary YouTube channel. I'm not a big channel at all. But, like, I'm warning you, if you try getting mad at me over a shitpost, and I find out that you have an active drama that is less than 24 hours old, I am going to cover it. I'm going to cover it. I'm going to make fun of it. I'm going to be petty. But I will be fair. I will be fair. Okay? I'll be 100% fair. Keem dressed you up in a leather gimp suit and railed you. Okay, I don't know how you got past the censors on that one. Yeah, respect. Thank you for the $5. That's maybe the funniest fucking thing that Realm and Spondile keep saying about me. It's like, so it's, I actually like giggle every time they tweet something like that. It's like the funniest shit to me. But like, listen. Okay? Listen. Okay? You don't pick a fight with somebody that literally does this for fun. Okay? Don't do it, because I will gladly drudge up everything that you've ever done wrong. And if it's something that is fresh 20 hours ago, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it. Listen, let's go over this together, okay? Keem did rip off my thumb. He did do that. He did. He still hasn't paid the medical bills, which is total bullshit, okay? Okay? He didn't pay the medical. Still bullshit. I'm not paying it. Doesn't matter. So, let's look up this this post by r/YouTube drama. A quick recap. Limus, who is well known for their How Not to Write a Victim of Abuse video on Angel Dust from Hasbin Hotel, it's just who gives a shit, has a Discord server where teenagers as young as 13 interact with adults at their 20s, prohibiting anyone from 30 and above from joining. Sex, horniness, and topics related to it are discussed in the server despite teenagers being around. Ooh. That sounds familiar. That sounds a little familiar, chat. That sounds a little familiar. Doesn't that sound familiar? Now, again, I am not saying Limus did anything to these kids, all right? I'm not calling them a groomer, not calling them a pedophile, not calling them any of those things. But I will say that the fact that you have a Discord server that allows any and all ages in there, having sexualized conversations and posting artwork that looks like this when you are responding to it, not good for an all-age Discord server. This is bad. This is bad. You should not be doing these things at all. Again, not calling them a predator, not doing it, but this is fucking weird to have this kind of shit in your Discord server that is of all ages. Newsflash, people, if you run a Discord server, you shouldn't, and under no circumstance, have a not safe for work chat or have sexual artwork posts in your Discord server. It's actually incredibly, what's the word I'm looking for here? It's a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope that could lead to a significant problem down the line. It's a lack of self-preservation. It's a lack of self-preservation, Noid, exactly. Thank you for the $20. What the hello? The bees do not like this. No, the bees do not like this. They don't. They don't like this at all. Let's see here. Some adults suggested to Limus to create an 18-plus channel where they could talk about adult materials and topics without teenagers' company. How about you don't do that at all? How about you have an only 18-plus server and vet these people? Why not just do that? You shouldn't be having a Discord server in general if you're having sexualized conversations. Like, my server says, like, the occasional slur, like retard, or, like, talks about politics, people, or, like, drama, but nobody talks about sexualized shit in my Discord because they know the second I see anything like that, I am banning them with no recourse because I don't allow that shit. You don't. And to be honest, even in an 18-plus Discord server, you shouldn't have an open Discord server that has sexualized conversations or pornography in it. It's bad. Or even sexualized artwork. Because minors can sneak in there, and you don't know. which causes a snowball effect where you are now responsible for whatever happens in that server. You are an idiot, Limus, if the allegations are be to believed. Let's see here. Material topics without teenagers' company. How did she respond? She told them no, with others claiming the idea wouldn't work anyways. Ooh, interesting. 7-5 on Blue Sky. Limus responds to the allegations of grooming in the Google document with their partner, Valor Vex 75, backing them up and defending them in the inclusion of the teenagers in the Discord server. So you're telling me that they got teenagers in the Discord server to defend this retarded shit. Interesting. Chris about to nuke a guy. His avatar is literally a pile of vomit. I'm just having fun, man. This is all pettiness, okay? I'm not taking this seriously. This is all pettiness to me, baby. May I give a statement about 18+ servers with 18+ artwork sections? Maybe. I don't know. I really just don't believe you should do it ever. I think it's actually a really bad idea to have like anything like that if you're going to have a public server. I don't care what the justification is. I just think it causes more problems than necessary. Let's see their Blue Sky post real quick. Oh, wait. Is it already in here? The world did lose Ozzy. Okay, read Blank's own testimony. Calling a 14-year-old feeling like he has to protect you, a grown-ass adult in testimony is disgusting. Whoa, 14-year-old. Defending you? How old is Limus? I heard that they're in their 20s. And testimony is disgusting. The fact you can't see any fault in what you are doing is concerning. I will believe for now that Blank left and that you won't interact with them anymore. Next step is for you to make the server 18+. I timed them out because they were starting to lash out at other members, something the document chose not to show. Yeah, I know. It was completely on me. I deserve to be timed out. I mean, yeah, no. Not yeah, I know. Sorry, I'm using voice text. Interesting. You didn't do anything wrong. I'm sorry that people are speaking on your behalf. I'm so sorry. You're having an open server with minors, having artwork like this being posted. I'm just going to flashbang you again. And other sexualized conversations. You shouldn't have minors in there in general. So I'm a modern 18+ streaming community, and there's a section for 18+ artwork and screenshots for VRC. To access the part of the server, you have to send your full ID, no censors. I still think it's a bad idea. I think it's a zero tolerance policy with me. That's just me, though. Again, I am not calling Limus a predator. I'm saying that they are incredibly retarded. Two totally different things. Okay? Two totally different things. Retarded. This is their response to the document, by the way, and them being forced to make an 18+ server. Starting now, this server is 18+. This is a decision that I don't like making, but it becomes very clear to me that more issues have been apparent since making this server all ages. Man! Really? Having an all-age Discord server where you're posting weird fucking furry artwork like we just showed? Really? Really? Whoa! Really? Oh, ew, is that General Grievous and femboy cat ears? Gross. It's not sexual, it's just weird. This is uncomfortable. This is uncomfortable. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. This gives me AIDS. This gives me AIDS. I'm sorry if this disappoints a lot of you, but I kindly ask that people who are under the age of 18 please leave the server. Otherwise, we'll ban you. Interesting how you are kind of fighting back against all these people, and then you finally lament after getting enough pushback because you're a bitch. Thank you for the wonderful art and for you blurring it as well. Hey, to be fair, this photo, they blurred it. They blurred the naked top. They blurred the cock. You know, like, good. At least Limus is aware of the censor, but I still think this is too provocative for a server with minors in it. Maybe I'm just a, what's the word I'm looking for? Maybe I'm just a, maybe I'm just a Puritan. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a Puritan. Maybe I just don't like the fact that you're posting anything like that in a Discord server with kids. Even if it is just the top of a man's chest. I'm not a big fan of that either. And you're showing that bridge gap where the cock is. I don't like that. Okay? I don't like that. Again, not a predator, but an idiot. Let's see here. So let's go to the Google document in of itself. Oh my God, it's 236 pages. Let's go! We're doing a 236-page document, chat, out of pure spite and pettiness. Adults discussing sexual content with and the presence of minors, mentions of SA, rape, abuse, panic attacks, not safe for work, and suggestive art in images. This is also going to be an image-heavy, lots of scrolling, sorry for mobile users. LimusTSlime is a YouTuber, Twitter, and Blue Sky artist, and moderator of their own Discord server. They're extremely outspoken about many things they hate or don't vibe with. Me. From media to ship to anthro art. In public, they're seemingly hyper-vigilant about protecting children from their potentially offensive content. However, one look at their server, with children as young as 13 to 14, shows they are at least a hypocrite who does not seem to care about exposing kids to adult themes. Interesting. Specifically stating wanting this to be a safe place for children and teenagers. Bad. You should not have a Discord server with the express goal to be a safe place for kids. Because Discord is, no matter what, a dangerous place for kids. It could be the most kid-friendly Discord in human history, and it will still somehow be dangerous to children. Weird. Discord will never be a safe place for children. Never. Never, 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 never. The majority of these logs come from a channel called Fictional Character Simpery. Mind you, all of these channels are readily accessible to anyone, and there's only one role the general population in the server has. There's no channel restrictions or made to be away from the eyes of literal children. This will be important later. All of the logs showcased here are available for children to see on the server. There's no designated 18+ section, and any inappropriate context with the server is freely available for minors to see. Now, keep in mind that Slime did, through pressure, make this now an 18+ server, so that's no longer the case. We have to be fair here, chat. If this is a total nothing burger, okay, I will totally own it. But I am doing this out of sheer pettiness now. I'm the victim. They attacked me first. How could you? I'm just a whimsical old man. All the logs showcased here are available for children to see in the server. There's no designated 18+ section, and any inappropriate context within the server is freely available for minors to see. And one of the minors, who Limus has heavily interacted with, still maintains contact. That's not good. While Limus did make the server 18+ as of July 16, 2025, she still interacts with a 14-year-old who was mentioned later in the doc. Now listen, I am learning this as I go. I am not going to say crazy judgments. So far, my judgment is this person's a fucking idiot. All right? This person is an idiot. All right? First, there's Limus discussions of horniness around children. In particular, being horny in the general and simp channels, despite multiple times yelling at the server to tone it down, yet continue to do it themselves. Reminder that these channels have no age restriction and children can easily access it. Could not possibly care less about the safety of other people. Okay, I know, Gilded, I know you don't care. Thank you for the 5. Limus is gender fluid, don't care. Saying that I am sex negative for saying that. If only they knew just how freaky I am when it comes to fictional xenomorphs. I fucking hate this. Why? Why? Every goddamn time that we read a document, there's some weird fetishy shit involving, like, animals or xenomorphs. Like, what is happening? Ulysses, you see, you have seen my alien isolation stream. I unlocked a hidden sex scene with the xenomorph. Interesting. That's kind of weird to say that. Literally just wish people could leave her alone and not treat her like a sex symbol. I get this are memes. This is memes. Okay? Memes. But it's weird that you're even memeing this in a server full of kids. I'm going to be honest. Limus banned another YouTuber named Marco Strange from his Discord server after he posted an AI post of Nami from One Piece in her bikini. Marco is is over in his 30s. Yeah, that's a weird thing. That's a weird thing. Good that they banned them. They shouldn't have that in there. But why did they leave in the furry with his fucking pants open? Not showing dick, mind you, but why did they leave that in there? Like, let's see here. Bit of both. Alien isolation stream. No, but I did not. Would have been so cool if I did. That would have been peak. Some xenomorph pussy. Oh, so it's allowed but not Griva Ussi, Cornbog. Gerva Ussi is a robot. The xenomorph is cyborg. Yes, cyborg or robot, still metal. Oh my fucking god. And some sex jokes in scenes are instantly forced. I just cringe. We need more Harvester style sex jokes. This is kind of like not that crazy. It's just jokes. But again, I find it strange that you're having these kind of conversations with minors around. But that's just me. Again, not a predator. Not a predator. Definitely a retard. So, photo of the xenomorph queen. Xenomorph again. Watch me. Gets torn into pieces and melted with acid. Ripple. Can't wait to draw xenomorph in a maid dress. That's just uncomfortable. Why would you do that to the poor xenomorph? Why? It's not the worst. Hear me out. I've seen. My friend said Godzilla. My boyfriend is in love with Godzilla. He calls him Pookie. Also, the fuck? How do you do this? How do you have a crush on Godzilla? Can you leave Godzilla alone? I wish Godzilla would just crush all you to death. Have you seen the hips on Godzilla? What the fuck is happening? What is this? The perfect organism, but even more perfect. I hate all of this. My goodness gracious. Xenomorph queen slay. Death claws are hot. Okay, who cares? That's just them saying some stupid shit. Death claws, major enemies of the Fallout series, are mutated Jackson chameleons. They are largely non-sapient, animalistic, and driven by hunting and reproductive instincts. Who cares? Xenomorph with Limus makes no secret of being extremely attracted to. It's so weird. It's so weird. Are also non-sapient aliens like bees, wasps, or ants. They function as a hive mind. Their behavior driven by instinct and the urge to serve their queen. I don't need to know any of this. This document sucks already. Under Limus's own definition, a dragon, even though it's fictional animal, is still meant to be an animal, wanting to sleep with death claws and xenomorphs, what constitutes zoophilia. That's so stupid. Come on, man. That's so stupid. Also remember that this is all taking place in a channel where children are welcomed and encouraged to be present. Fair enough. I find that wrong. Again, I wouldn't call it like significantly sexual. They're just saying that they're hot. They're not saying they would get on their knees and suck their cock. You know, it's something stupid. But like, again, I don't like the conversations in general happening around kids, but this is not sexual. It's just saying that they're hot. Trying to attribute it to zoophilia is taking it to a weird fucking level. I think it's weird, but I'm not going to say that they're attracted to animals because of that. In the words of the film itself, what could you mean they cut the power? How could they cut the power, man? They're animals. Okay, I've seen the Alien movies like 100 times. Who cares? This to me is a little egregious. Okay? A little egregious. I will say this. If you're going to ban some guy from posting an AI photo of Nami in a bikini, this should also be banned. This is egregious. I don't like that. I don't like how it wasn't banned. You're kind of failing on your part here. You're failing on your part as a moderator of an all-age server to delete stuff like this. Slimus? What are you doing? Just a photo of a guy in tattoos. Don't really care. Can't wait to stream the Watch Dogs. Yeah, this one, whatever. Who gives a shit? I need Big Boss in my life. I love him. SMH. Same with Solid Snake. Big titties. Whatever. Fucking joke. I still think it's inappropriate to talk about that. Say that in front of kids, but fuck it. That's just me. Let's see here. Smash. Somebody saying Smash, whatever the hell this character is, and they go, ooh, that's not really that crazy. Limus openly simps for Sir Pentis, a character with canonical snake genitalia. Like, okay. it's weird that you have a sexual affiliation or a fixation to an animal. I will say that much. But again, not doing anything to kids there, not getting kids involved in that conversation unless this person is a minor and they said something like egregious about it, which I did not see. I wanted to be part of them so bad as a kid. They just like the hood looks so cozy, and they are so real for this. Who cares? This is so stupid to add to the document. Who gives a shit? This photo, who gives a shit? This photo, my gay ass loves this woman. Who cares? Not sexual. That one I'm kind of like, the constant posting of the shirtless men, I'm starting to say that's a little fucking over the line. Again, maybe I'm just a Puritan, but if you have a Discord server with kids in it, you shouldn't be posting shit like that. Let's see here. Why did they cake him up? Because he needs to be caked up. That's a child, by the way. Yeah, that's not a good thing that you should be talking about with them. Most of these are nothing right now. Like I said, I'll be fair. I'll be fair. All right? I am fair. The cat girl's a child. What? Well, they just say that they love the character. Chef, I know Dave's home, but you got to stop yelling. All right? My gay ass loves this woman. It's a kid. Chef, come here. Come here, Chef. Stop it. She's a teen. But that's not indicative to them saying that they're sexually attracted to this person. Okay? That's not saying that they're being attracted to this person. They're just saying my gay ass loves this character. I can't really call that, like, simping for a child character. This I think too much in a fucking Discord. The cat girl's a teen. She did not date her sister. Okay, I don't know anything about that. Yeah, some of these are not like the others. Some of these are a little ridiculous. Caked up. The sexual tension between him and Leon. Kind of weird to say that in a Discord server full of kids. My big BBG from ZZZ. Love him. I don't know what that's stupid. This is also like, whatever. I'm so glad I hadn't opened my can of Monster yet. I would have spit that shit all over my room the way I laughed. No one cares. It's actually one of my favorite drawings. Okay, of course it did. I don't know what it is, but half of the time a woman met with Star Wars fans either simp for Grievous or they loved for someone basic like Rex or Obi-Wan. That is true. That is true. That is true. That is true. For some ungodly reason, women really fucking love General Grievous. That is a real thing. I don't know why. I remember I got a comment on TikTok I posted saying, you are way too good at drawing that pose. It's concerning. I can see why. Funny ass comment though. Who cares? Let's see here. Do you think they've explored each other's bodies? Okay. Kind of a weird question to ask a group full of kids. I'm going to be honest. Like a Discord that has kids in it. Kind of a weird question to be asking. See, it goes from, like, stupid shit that nobody cares about to, like, stuff I'd be like, I wouldn't be doing something like that in a server with kids in it. Like, what are you doing? It's either the most... This document already sucks. This document is like, dude, look at this shit that makes them look like a hypocrite and a weirdo. And it's like, okay, cool. And then it's like, look at this shit that makes no sense and barely fits in what I'm trying to say. Like... The jump scare this notification gave me. He looks so scared. Another Grievous one. Hitting a jackpot. So it's a Grievous body pillow. He's so beautiful. No one cares. Okay, so that's just Nami and Robin dressed in a fucking thing. Frankie dressed in a thing. Girl boss. No sexualization in their wording there. Frankie is a teenager, though, in the fucking shows. This is weird. But she's not saying anything sexual about it. She's just saying girl boss. So, like, who gives a shit? How did she find the minors in the first place? Because this person apparently touted the fact that they wanted to make a Discord server for all ages. Let's see here. Weird. Okay. Femboy, Angel, and Robot. Who gives a shit? Lol. Keep images PG, everyone. See, somebody's saying that. Keep images PG, but then we scroll back up. PG-13. PG-13, borderline, like, 18. Like, I don't know what you're talking about here. At least they have some kind of people, like, pushing back against it. Where the hell was I? Carbon-based life form turned on life support for carbon cringe life form. They can't breathe in our atmosphere due to ionic bonds. Okay. That being said, Pumpkin Rabbit could still get it. I've seen so many people say stuff like this. Oh my lord, people are down bad for him. Yeah, okay, that's a little weird. Hey guys, what do you think of the comic Bruce Wayne? Whoa, hot. Why are you talking about characters being hot in a Discord server? Like, stop it. They're just cringe and socially awkward. Also, is every age Discord, is it moderated by some 9-to-5 social manager guy who isn't nuking people for breathing wrong? I would just say destroy it. Like, just destroy your Discord server. You shouldn't have a Discord server that, what is it? That has minors in it in general. If they slip in and you have no idea what's going on, if they lie about their age or whatever, I can't really hold that against you. But if you're, like, doing a server that's like, oh, we're for everybody, but you're having, like, weird conversations about like how hot characters are, posting shirtless and unbuttoned pants photos of like fucking furries and shit. That is weird. That is weird. Again, not going to call them a groomer, not going to call them a predator, not saying that they're trying to reach out to these kids to get them sexually involved in shit. I'm just thinking it's irresponsible as fuck. But most of this document is kind of retarded so far. With some things in here I don't agree with. Let's see here. You fools, I have 70 alternate accounts. Not shocking. Maria. Why is Sonic on the same line as the villain line? My fave is the Devil Bible shows up. Who posted my nudes on Twitter? What the fuck? That Shadow's dick. What the fuck? Okay, so whatever that is. I don't know the context of this. I don't know the context of this. Yeah, it's kind of boring, Noid, but that's the thing. I'm doing this as a pettiness factor, okay? Pettiness. Dan Moore's Superman showing off. Wowza. Okay, kind of weird. Okay, why are we posting photos of somebody in a Scream mask with their skirt hiked up? That's a little weird. I'm gonna be honest. That's a little weird that you're allowing people to post photos of themselves in a server that is of all ages, but okay. Maybe the document is ripping messages from separate 18+ channels and pretending it's on main, considering the sheer number of posts. True, I could see that. I have a question. Nicki Minaj in looks like bathing suit. You can't show that. PG server. Sorry, she's not naked. Oh, all right. Like, bruh, still. She isn't naked at all. She's just in a bikini. It isn't suggestive either, lol. What? I don't get. What is your bar for suggestive then? I don't understand the bar of what is considered suggestive in this server. Because, like, if you didn't ban this, that's suggestive. And then this is not suggestive. I don't know what the bar is here. So this, they're saying it's not subjective. At least this one individual is. But I'm not seeing Limus in here. I don't know if this is a mod or something. I don't know if this is a mod, but it isn't suggestive either. So I would not call this suggestive. I would say, like, this is suggestive. I would say this is suggestive. I would say these things. Because it's showing, like, their pants being unbuttoned and shit. But, like, not this one. It's kind of weird. I don't know what their bar is for this stuff. Okay, so it's not suggestive. Why the fuck post it? Why does the post have to be there? Just delete it because I don't want to know why it was posted. If it was posted out of nowhere, just nuke it. Yeah, I agree. Like, I don't understand the reasoning behind this. They drew a line in a woman in bikinis, lol. I don't get this anymore. I don't get it. This is so confusing. This Discord server is so confusing with these screenshots. Why is it the person in the doc explaining what happened in these screenshots? They did in the beginning that they just took screenshots of, like, suggestive stuff in quotations. This seems to be in the general chat, too. I don't really care for it or hate it here. What's your question? But I see where you're coming from. Sorry, just being safe than sorry. Do character designs matter to writing? All right. I shouldn't have to say this time and time again, but there are minors in this server. Please keep the Simpiness channel safe for work. Last time I let a 30-year-old join this server. What? Bro. In general, there shouldn't be any sort of, like, simping conversations or artwork like that in the first place. You need to be able to moderate drawings and photos and everything like this stuff and just have them have basic conversations. To be honest, they shouldn't even be allowed to post photos. Blaming the older adults for action. One, why do you as an adult while perfectly surrounded by people younger than you? See, this is a loaded fucking question here. To be fair to Limus, this is loaded. Them trying to basically float the idea. It's like, oh, why do you want kids around you? Are you a freak? Do you want to groom kids? I'm not. This is a loaded fucking question. I don't like this document. I don't like this person, okay? Let's see here. CM Pump spitting straight facts, all while he is bloody and having a torn tricep. Please keep images on the server PG, safe for work and non-suggestive. Thank you. It does, but then they post this. It's like, I don't get this. I don't get this. Because they'll say, hey, don't do suggestive stuff, and then they'll post a photo of a lion, like, twerking on a fucking pole. The owner of the server. This is confusing me. Like, is it rule for thee and not for me? Like, what is happening? Hold as Limus, I think they're in their 20s. This is just stupid. Whoa, what is he doing to that pole? Okay, something about that. Photo of a lion from fucking, what's it called? It's Lion King. Who gives a shit? This is the whole stupid 13 plus suggestive debate all over again. No, this person just wanted to make a Discord server that was safe for kids and like for all ages, and then constantly would be like posting weird shit in the server. Again, not a groomer, not a pedophile, but definitely what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for here? Negligent. And a hypocrite. I could definitely say those things. What's the lore with Limus before this? They made some videos, and then they came at me for no reason, so I'm being petty and reading over their document. And to be fair, if I have to turn around and say, you know what, Limus barely did anything wrong, I'll gladly eat those words. I don't care. To be honest, how this document's presenting itself, it's not fucking good. We want to talk about sex, but we're not allowed. I love it. This person above with the Cult of Lamb profile photo is a 14-year-old. This may be a song lyric, but it is appropriate for a 14-year-old who is a regular in the server to be commenting on. This child was the same one in the sex toy conversation. Pay attention to this person. Their presence will become important later on. Okay. That's interesting. Not a fan of that. This is kind of like what I sit here, and I'm like, wait a minute. This isn't good. Like, this isn't good in the context of, like, hey, if you know this person's a minor and they're posting this stuff on Blue Sky to you, you shouldn't allow them in your server, nor talk to them, or have them on there. Do we even have proof that this person's 14? You're not really showing proof of this document. Let's see here. Hell, even Nicole Watson is somehow attractive to somebody from Gumball. Yes. What? Sipping on characters from kids shows is weird, even if they're adults. Like Wild Kratts. 5-year-olds watch that, so I understand it was like a show that was made for 13-year-olds, but a show that was made for 5-year-olds. That's kind of weird. Yeah, I agree with that. I do love the Wild Kratts, though. Big childhood inspiration. The Yowie Saga. Oh, God. Why? Why is there Yowie, bro? The same 13-year-old, now 14-year-old, COTL profile photos, same one with the sex toy convo. I don't even remember a sex toy convo in this document. Who asked what Yowie was in the server response, which was just not great. Limus themselves didn't step in until the damage was done. To be fair, they probably didn't see it. Okay, to be fair to them, they probably didn't see it. But this is the problem with a server like this, Limus, is that you're not always going to be there for conversations like these in the first place. And that causes more problems than necessary. This is why you shouldn't have a server that has both adults and minors in it. Like, it just shouldn't happen. Let's see here. Server members kept the conversation going despite others trying to move on. Basically, yaoi is anime manga term for gay male romance stories. I am so confused. What is it? Just tell me. I've probably seen worse. Honestly, I don't know why it's implied with a bad connotation. It's not really appropriate for this server. It's literally all yaoi. Roman stories involve two men in the manga space. What? Two men in the manga space? I don't think Limus is the sole moderator. They must have multiple. So, like, this is a failure on the mods and a failure on Limus more than anything for allowing this conversation to continue. I think of it as gay love stories with more mature themes. Yeah, gatekeeping minors unless you are growing a brand, and if you then and you need to police it like a brand worth growing. Honest to Christ, I wouldn't even say that. It's just it's just not a good idea. Like, it's not even worth your time and effort to have a Discord server that is okay with like all ages in it, because then you're gonna run into problems where you're gonna have weirdos try to join the server, and then you're gonna be responsible for a potential grooming situation. It's like, why the fuck even do that in the first place? And most romanticized yaoi. That's literal SA. What? Limus? Why would they even talk about it if they're not going to answer what yaoi is to this person? Why would they even post this in the server? Are you an idiot? Huh? MLM? Is it something bad? No, but yes. But no, it depends. I think it appeared at a bad time. I don't know much about it. Not always. You're too young to know that. This is weird. This is weird. I'm going to open an incognito tab and look it up. Sounds like something that would give me malware. Mostly anyways. It's just love none. And anything, if you associate with it, automatically mature. No, do not. Oh my God. What the fuck? So they're basically, so somebody brought up yaoi. It looks like Limus did. And this person was asking, what is it? They say, I'm not answering that. And it didn't continue the conversation. Instead of coming in and going, hey, stop talking about this to all the other people, which, yeah, that's more negligence than anything else. Again, I don't think that's them cultivating a Discord server of, like, sexually, like, trying to get minors on a sexual level. Like, that is a ridiculous aspect to, like, even try and attribute to them. Not always. You're too young to know that. I'm going to open up an incognito tab and look it up. Sounds like, okay, I already read this. Subjects that you and I will be honest. I think we should change the subject, guys. It's quite literally just manga romance stories between two people of the male sex, that is all. I wouldn't recommend if you want to sleep well tonight. How will y'all Thanksgiving? Why are you all exaggerating like Japanese queer stories? This is weird. This is a weird thing to keep having a conversation with. See, this is why the server is a fucking problem, like, fundamentally. Having a server like this is a fundamental problem. Because these kids are going to be constantly, like, put in situations where they're going to sit there. People are going to say shit that is not appropriate to talk about in front of minors, and the minors are going to look it up. Like, it's just something that it's just more of a headache than having this situation happen to you. We don't celebrate, so seems very Eurocentric. Oh, I see. Did you have a good day yesterday? Because Google is fucked up, and it probably will show the bad side, not good. The internet is always an interesting view of what they think yaoi is. Isn't it just gay porn? Like, isn't that what yaoi is? What if they ask a question you shouldn't give an answer to? You say, you shouldn't even have brought it up in the first place, but if you did, you turn around and say, hey, listen, at the end of the day, this is not an appropriate thing. I'm sorry for bringing it up. I'll delete my comment. Don't look it up yourself. Or just ban that person, because they're a kid. Okay, so nobody's going to tell me what it is, Kay. Mostly, I have Google. Men that love men, that's it. I've been trying to tell you Japanese gay romance stories. Issue is having all age servers, having that you brand, and you're basically shooting a flare going, kids here, get your kids here. Yeah, that's the biggest problem. Oh God. The reverse is calling Yuri, which is one of my favorite things ever. Okay, so this person is talking about Yuri now. Isn't that like lesbian porn? I don't know anything about this shit. Like, I'm a grown-up. I'm a grown adult, bro. If anything's more common with the two, from the context of the conversation you guys are having earlier, I would assume it's really, really bad. He's 13. I still don't think he should know about this. At least there's some people, like, pushing back against the weirdos that want to keep talking about pornography in the server. Bro, I have seen worse. Doesn't matter. You're 13. You shouldn't be having this conversation in a server. I think the issue with media reviewers is, like, they gather a minor audience with some of the animation they cover. It's not worth the hassle to have them in more private settings like VC. Yeah, I agree. This is not a good thing. It's quite literally gay romance stories. I mean, knowing about queer people or Ekium is bad. The bad stories. Fair point. Guys, drop the topic. Okay, so Limus said drop the topic. Why was this even included in here? Yeah, Limus was a negligent idiot bringing up what yaoi was. and not stopping it earlier, but that doesn't mean that they're okay with like people having those conversations with a 13-year-old. Why bring up yaoi at all? It shouldn't even be discussed if you're not going to talk about it further. It shouldn't have been brought up, period, along with SA. Okay, fair, but like who cares at this point? Because they did say that, but again, they should just destroy it. So he's a pedo now? No. I'm not calling Limus a pedophile. I have not seen any sort of fucking proof of that yet. Degrees of separation. They should have cut it off a while ago. I agree with that. They should have done that. Okay? They should have. Again, negligence more than anything. Some even suggested separating the minors from adult content so that would stop having things like happen above. Okay, here we go. So he's a danger to children due to negligence. I would say it's just more, I would say it's more negligence than anything else. Let's see here. Limus and others immediately shot it down, despite most servers that mix minors and adults do this to keep everyone safe. And while the more strict vetting can still have people slip in through the cracks, having to prove your birth date with official IDs is not a lot harder than fake rather than the trust system. Yeah, true, I guess. I shouldn't have to say this time and time again, but there are minors in the server. Please keep simping the channel safe for work. At least last time I'm letting a 30-year-old join the server. They pinned it. Maybe make an 18+ simping channel. I don't know. It may be hard to regulate who's actually over 18 or not. If we make a role for it, I feel many minors would select it regardless. Well, you just have to vet these people. Huh? Limus made a video responding to the allegations like over 1 month ago in a video he addressed to the harassment of 3 YouTubers, Psy, Marco Strange, and Gax. Really? Interesting. Interesting. You said it was over a month ago? Is it like on a second channel or something? Like, what the fuck is this? I know they made a response on Blue Sky. I know that much. Right now, I'm not seeing anything of like crazy note. I would just say this person is like completely a negligent retard. That's kind of like where I'm at right now with this. Spawning to everyone. All right, we might watch that. I'm being fair here.
New donation from Slug.
Oh, thank you, Slug. I totally forgot that you could donate or anything. All right, hold on. The amount of Google documents seen comparing to legitimate police reports is sickening. Har, har, har. Laugh at the delusional Google document. The fact that people still think it's a legitimate route for justice is pathetic. Go to the cops, not Twitter, degenerate freaks. True, Slug. Very true. But again, I don't see this as like a pedophilic thing right now. I think this is more negligence than anything else. That's what I would say. That to me is more negligence than anything else. Right? Like, I'm not going to sit here and call this person complicit in grooming. It's just this person's a retard. Like, that's really it. This is also a cope. Okay, this is a bit of a cope. If you're going to have a server with sexualized conversations in any capacity, even if it's like minor stuff, right? Like I'm talking like, oh, this character's hot, or posting artwork that's suggestive, you should have an 18+ section, and you should go through the effort of vetting these people if you're going to have minors in the server. But I personally, even to me, I think that's already too much work necessary, and you might as well just not allow minors in a server. It's just ridiculous. Ban them all. Create an 18+, which they did do after everyone gave them shit for it. No goo material is a rule. Probably safe. It's just to keep everything safe for work. Let me update the rules real quick. All right. Was just as suggested. Don't worry. Yeah, no worries. You're good. All right. Just updated it. I've been in servers where they have separate channels for 18+. If we go that route, which I imagine we aren't, but hypothetically, we'd have to ask for proof ID, which on its own is a huge hassle. Of course, can be faked, etc., etc. But you shouldn't be having those conversations in general, in the general chat, or any sort of like open chat. People could see photos of anything that is suggestive nor sexual. So like, I would say the contents of the art is more PG-13 right now, or like like you're borderline pornographic or sexualized in nature. You're like towing a very dangerous line here. Like you're right on the cusp. Okay? Like you're right on that edge. I've been at servers where they have separate channels for 18 plus. I already read that. Yeah. Tits. Next is an innocent conversation about tits, the birds. Around the same 14-year-old, the same one, the Cult of Lamb profile part of the sex toy combo and the yaoi combo. So what's this? Did I take that out of context, or what did you mean? The bird, lad. Tit is the name of a bird, Lamau. Don't panic. It's a bird, Lamau. It's a type of bird. What? Why is this even in the document? What? Oh, I thought we were talking about boobs. I know. Good to know. Also a bird. I thought we were talking about boobs. The same 14-year-old in the bub pics who was part of the sex toy convo, yaoi convo, who continues to comment on Limus' post, Cult of the Lamb profile picture. What the fuck? It literally is a bird. Like, just to verify this, like, why is this even in the document? The 14-year-old's just an idiot. And they should have said, no, that's not what we're talking about. Which they did do. They were like, tits the name of a bird. It's a stupid, edgy joke, but they're not talking about tits. They literally posted a photo of the bird. Like, why is this in the document? Like, my second favorite kind of tit. See, right here, that's a weird joke to make after that. I don't know what you mean by anything else, but that is weird. All right. Again, not grooming, not pedophilia, not anything like that, but it is inappropriate for you to bring that up. And the wrist, Lamau, I can't take this shit seriously, chat. Nobody's ever going to match her freak. Yeah, they're pushing it. They're pushing it. And there is missing context to this. Based on her behavior, Limus believes she can post not safe for work pics and have not safe for work conversations around minors because she seems to think, as long as she's joking, that they're just innuendos. It's fine. No, Limus, it's inappropriate. I would say so far the majority of the screenshots that you're showing me here and the allegations that you're levying towards Limus are pretty weak. I was with the artwork of, like, the lion with its fucking pants unbuttoned and zipped down. The photo of the shirtless guy with, like, his pubic fucking hair showing was over the fucking line, right? No nudity, but fucking close. Like, they're towing a line. They're towing a line. And, again, this is more negligence than anything else that I am seeing here from them. They're about 236 pages. Asking for Chud. Were there any gawk pics? No. Also, Coyote, I'm gonna keep a buck. This drama will not interest Chud. I'm gonna be quick. I'm gonna smack that down real quick. This is retarded. But the reason I'm going over this is because I'm petty. I'm petty, but I'm fair. I'm a fair, petty person. Okay. I don't see this as, like, they're having direct sexual conversations with a 14-year-old. I think the yaoi conversation was definitely something that should have been nipped in the butt earlier. And again, my main criticism is that you shouldn't have a server like this in general. Like, it's just stupid. Not safe for work imagery. Any adult who watches cartoons other than American Dad or KOTH must be placed in the crystal. They gotta get me for... Yes! We need to put them in the crystal! Put them in the crystal! The next case in point is posting very not safe for work image, even though she says she doesn't like it. You're still posting it for children to see, Limus. Neuro Automata has an incredible story, but they ruined it by cram famine serving down your throat. These people are not human. Yeah, a bit of a sexualized photo, but, like, it's not them doing anything sexual. It's not like they're shirtless or anything. It's just them in a fucking bathing suit, whatever. Definitely sexual. Definitely, I would not post this in a Discord server full of kids, personally. But again, this is not them grooming the kids. This is not them saying, what do you think of the tits? Do you think this person's hot? It's like, nah, I don't see that. God forbid someone actually looks like an actual person. This is stupid. Hyperfixations. I have yet to see a tasteful gooner material in-game. I'm not going to lie. This is teetering the line. It is. You're teetering a line here. This is the problem with this server, Limus. It was teetering the line. I would not share that photo in a server like that. No. But again, I'm not going to call you a pedophile for it. You should not be talking about gooner material in games in a video game with a server full of kids. I'll be honest. That, to me, red flag, not good. Guess that's just the area we got to disagree with. Everyone's standards are different, I guess. Fair. What's your sexuality for reference? I'm bisexual, leaning towards men. Okay, cool. I don't care. Even though this nudity was blurred from the server and it is not explicit, it's still inappropriate for minors to get easy access. Jonathan Sims' body study, artful, non-explicit nudity. I'm sorry. There's like a whole pubic bridge and then some pubic hair showing. At least they blurred it, but I still wouldn't post this in a Discord server with minors in it and allow it to be there. This is no. This is retarded. Like, why are you doing this? No. Hard no. What is this? Wonderful. What? Last one I made just finished though. Same thing. Non-explicit nudity. Nope. Sorry. You lost me here. Nope. I get it censored, but no. No. I'm sorry. That's not good. Mentions of inappropriate topics. The word horny is mentioned 6 times in the server. Also not appropriate to say around minors. It's 6 times in the server overall. They probably just didn't catch this, to be fair with that. I mean, most of the fan base don't even understand what it is about, and they just horny but corny. I don't know. So they're not even talking about being horny. They're talking about, a whole fan base of people being horny. It's like, this is pushing a boundary, but, again, would I call it, trying to get kids involved in this conversation or, talking about horniness with kids? But let's forget that Nier Automata also had deep philosophical stuff to balance out the horny. The line is, so close to being crossed. The line is so close to being crossed, and there's so much context missing, too. A photo of a face. Okay, I don't know how that got listed under the horny thing. Despite what the movies teach you, most Jedi are not horny. Okay, whatever this conversation is weird. Yeah, literally just not having a server like this would just not even cause a drama to happen for you in the first place, Limus. You're kind of just an idiot. You're an idiot. You're just stupid. I looked up Pauly Sprites. Oh, hold on. What just happened? What did I do? I looked at Pauly Sprites for my highlight video and instead found a lot of horny fan art of her. Yeah, see, you shouldn't. No, you shouldn't be talking about that. Rape is also mentioned 17 times. Also not appropriate to discuss around children as young as 13. You mean to tell me that main love interest is a anti-rape vigilante wannabe Batman, yet constantly rapes her in the book? Not raped. Rape is wrong. Controversial opinion. Rape. Kind of like torture. Not cool, guys. Indeed. But the things there haven't been is raping headless babies. Those were lies Zionists to demonize the people of Gaza too. I can't avoid the stupid fucking Palestinian Gaza conflict. I can't avoid it. God. Yeah, the most you could say is Limus is just negligent, but I am a petty man, and I'm going to read this whole document. I mean, that's another thing. She claims to care about the comfort of her actions and team, and then pulls rape fetishists on keeps rape fetishists on payroll. I have no idea what that's about. So much rape talk, holy shit. Mouthwashing does a good job at reflecting rape culture and toxic masculinity. Oh God. But people don't want to look that deep into it. No one can get away with rape. It's awful no matter what. Yeah, okay. Cool story. I can't say this without sounding insensitive. I'm just getting a bit tired of the rape talk and the rape scenes. So much rape, so much bait. Yeah, I would assume it's about Vizipop too. When a lot's having been putting a rape. Yeah, I think it's inappropriate to have conversations about rape in a server that allows all ages. I feel like you shouldn't be doing that. But again, I wouldn't call this grooming or pedophilic in nature. I would call this again, negligent. Even though no one is condoning rape, it's not appropriate to discuss around children. That's fair. That's fair. I'm not even going to take that away from him. I'm not going to take that away from him. Next, Limus is claiming to want to have a safe space for minors. Her Dragon Sitmon commented and agreed with the segment. Sai, one of those creeps is a fan of your content. Also creeping over to my blue sky to talk shit to me is very mature for a 41-year-old. Why are predators attracted to your server, Limus? Why do you have so many minors on it? Oh, God, the same fucking the same loaded question to try and get an own. Yes, Sai, real original. Hold on. Something fell. Something fell. I had to fix this. I have to stop hitting my desk. It's just stupid. There we go. It was like a stack of lolcow trading cards that fell over. I forgot how cool these are. I still need to play the game. Hey, I got the Tommy C one. That's based. So I would defend a groomer if rape jokes were aimed at her. Well, who knows? Why are there so many minors in your server? It's almost like it's safe space for people just to be themselves, and people need that sort of outlet more than ever. No. I will argue no. Because Discord is habitually a place where kids should not be around. I'm going to be honest. In general, like, they shouldn't be in servers with adults. I don't like that. I get the cope. It's like, we need unity more than ever. No, you don't. What these kids need are to go outside and, like, not be engaging in, like, Discord retardation. You know what I mean? Like, just do it that way. I don't get that cope. I'm calling that a cope more than anything, in my opinion. Again, not pedophilic, not grooming, just retarded. Okay? Just retarded. Could have said it better myself. Oh, so they co-signed that take. That is stupid. Let's look at the interaction of a wholesome conversation between Limus and the 14-year-old, the same 14-year-old above, COTLPFP. I was born 1 year after that. I was born in 2011. I'm actually a sensible, reasonable, functioning person. You're a minor. You're not an adult. You're a kid. Okay? You're a teenager. You're 13. You should not be hanging out in a Discord server, buddy. Stop it. You can't describe yourself as a reasonable, functioning person when your main growing hasn't even happened yet, both mentally and physically. Like, you can't do that. You can't be doing that. Like I said, he better. If you're born the same year of my favorite shows, turn 35. Like, I was born that year that Nyan Cat was made. Oh my God, they're a fucking child. It was actually breaking up multiple nights. Sometimes my dreams continued, and this dream was particularly lucid. Like, I was having thoughts of what was happening and think about it, but I couldn't really control what was happening. I didn't know I was dreaming. It wasn't really that lucid. I wish there was a channel where I could give advice on how to improve the server, because the server is getting really big, and I feel like some things could be done. This is a kid. You shouldn't. Yeah, thank God, Limus. Limus is like, dude, this server is organized, but, like, you shouldn't. When you're starting to grow, or in general where you have, like, a Discord community, you should not allow minors in. Point blank, period. Like, I feel like it's just not okay. It causes way more problems, and you need to be hyper vigilant when you have a Discord community. Mine, if you annoy me even one time, or if you post anything that is against the rules remotely, I ban you instantly. I don't even think about it. You're gone. And if you come to me and go, Chris, why did I get banned? I'm going to say, you broke the rule. There's no coming back. You're gone. It's done. No more. Adios. Bye-bye. Because I don't have time, nor do I want to put the effort in to moderate this shit daily. You know what I mean? This is just a stupid take. Stupid take. That would be awesome. It'd be cool if there's stuff like announcement roles where you get announcements like you were streaming, or so people with the server could get as many people as your subscriber count. Then you're going to have to do stuff like add bots. Like, one of the many cool things you could do with bots is get rid of a lot of messages at once. Dude, what the fuck are you talking about? Why does this 13-year-old know so much about Discord? This generation's cooked. Cooked. I'm drawing a 26-year-old woman in a bikini. Am I allowed to post that in the server? No. Regular art is fine. Nothing suggestive. Nothing. I have a zero tolerance policy for it. 0. Thank you, Ember, for telling me. I appreciate you telling me. Tried to boot up a copy of Watch Dogs 2's guy yesterday. Didn't work. Don't care. Just downloaded the game. Indigo Park. It was awesome. I don't care. Let's see here. Thank you, Ember, for letting me know. If you ever need like artwork to be like ran by me before you post it, Ember, because you have an art roll, just DM me. Just DM me. Let's see here. Indigo Park, it's awesome sauce. Still don't see why everyone simps on the raccoon. He's very adorable. He's a raccoon. I haven't finished the game yet, so I really shouldn't be talking to people. See once I finish. Oh, wait, the server finally has bots. Okay, so this doesn't mean anything. This is stupid. Limus is being a content creator fun, and do you recommend it? What? Why is this even in the document? I have things under control. No, you don't. Like, you have retarded things under control. You're way too young to be getting into it. That's a lot of responsibility. You know what? Limus actually gave the kid some good advice. Don't be a content creator as a kid. That's great advice. You know what? I can't even be mad at Limus. That is amazing advice. Amazing advice. Can't even be mad at that. I would say the same thing. You know what? Not even mad at that. Not even mad. Good job, Limus. Let's see here. 2 different things. Wait, what is this? That's what my mom told me when I asked for a dog. Yeah, having a dog and then having an online presence are 2 totally different things. This is why you shouldn't have kids in your server. They're too fucking stupid. Well, this isn't owning a dog. You have an online footprint you need to be cautious of, and you need the mental maturity to maintain it. That is interesting coming from Limus, who crashed out on me, like, making jokes in a comment section. But, okay, that's an interesting little hypocrisy right there. I think it's a very good point. I don't think I'm mature, but I mean, I am, but at the same time, I'm not. No, you're 13, you fucking idiot. I'm sorry. I just like helping. I know it's none of my business. Oh, wait, I replied to the wrong message. Meant to reply to that message. Can you guys stop lecturing me now? I don't like treated like the little toddler of the server. You're 13! You shouldn't even be in here. Being a content creator, yeah, real mature of this person, not to just take the criticism on the chin. Instead, they whine like they're a child. Okay, but you're a kid. You shouldn't be in this. You shouldn't be on Discord in the first place. Being a content creator means you have the knowledge about what is and isn't going to be allowed on different platforms. You think you're ready enough and mature enough. Okay, so I really want to be like a YouTube animator. No! Don't do it! Don't you do it! Don't you dare become a YouTube animator. Not another one! Not another one! No! Save yourself! Save yourself, kid! Practice on drawing, then. I'm not going to call them Birdie 2.0. There's no reason. There's absolutely no proof to call them that. That is a crazy thing to call a kid. I'm already practicing drawing. If you need to understand that there are certain boundaries that shouldn't be crossed. Not every server will be in is going to be like the ones you manage. This is a community server. It's meant to be open to anybody in the community, which I believe is just wrong. Again, you shouldn't have a server with minors in it in general. I know you want a community for like everybody in your community to have a safe space, but there's way too much oversight. There's way too much negligence. There's way too much of an issue that gets brought up when you have a server like this. It's just, it's not worth having this around. Just have a server that has adults in it. Like, if you see a kid, ban them. Like, there's no reason to keep them around. Let's see here. I've also been shamed on other servers about my age. People will just be like, 0, this is how old you are. That's why. Bro, you're a kid. I'm shaming them about their age. Nobody's shaming you about your age, but people are obviously going to treat a 13-year-old different compared to a 20-year-old. There's barely any 20-year-olds here. There's a lot. I would very much like it if we could change the topic because I feel like I'm making everyone upset and I'm uncomfortable. Oh my God. Limus, why do you want to deal with shit like this? Like, why deal with this? Why even have a server if you're going to have whiny fucking children in it? Like, why even do this? Like, why give yourself the headache? Like, what's the point? I would have just banned this person in a second. Don't join groups like this often. It's good you're trying to express yourself online. No, it's not. It's okay. It's not okay for a kid to express themselves online. No, bad. Bad. Bad, 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 bad. Stop it. You should not be okay with kids expressing themselves online. Okay? That is not okay. Sir, another birdie has hit the Discord. No, they're not another birdie. Stop calling them that. But some people simply don't want to interact with younger people because they view them in a more negative way. Yes! Because nobody wants to be talking to a minor online. Because that never leads to anything good. And typically younger people are more immature and more sensitive to high-profile conversations, especially with content creators they see with stars in their eyes. The center of this conversation does not have to be me and my age. It is! Can we talk about something else, like ice cream or something? Why do you want this kind of server, Limus? Why would you want this? Yeah, we're all a community here. No one is going to disregard you or treat you like a little kid. Yeah, you should! We all have different forms of experience with stuff, and some people may have more experience with content creation than others. Heck, we all started somewhere. Once upon a time, Limus was what sub. Okay, that doesn't matter. Was Limus an adult when they started making content, or were they a kid when they started making content? YouTube now is like 12K or something. I was saying is it is not to doubt yourself. We all start somewhere, and from what I've seen in the server, we aren't out to get you. We won't hardcore judge. This is so gay. Who's Limus? A media review channel that decided to try and pick a fight with me, and now I'm going over their drama. I'm going to be honest. The most I could say so far, negligence. Why put up with this headache in the first place? And you're retarded. Those are like the big three I'm coming back with. And there's some things in here that I would what I call inappropriate. I would call it that, but they aren't a pedophile. They aren't a fucking, they aren't a groomer or anything. But it's definitely significantly negligent. Stop worrying about me. I'm like in 40 other servers. Why does this one have to be too much for me? Oh my God, just ban this fucker. There's any need to be this dramatic. Oh my God, so you're looking at it through me. Oh my God, I'm not going to keep reading this crap. I'm not going to keep reading this argument between all these this kid and these adults. If you're worried about throwing up while singing, then you don't want to be pushed yourself. Okay. I don't want to be responsible for that. This did not... Wait, what is this? Yeah, it's not healthy. What? What are they responding to? I'm not a celebrity. There's context missing here. I'm not a celebrity, and you don't have to do karaoke if you don't want to, but I don't want to, but I want to. Don't push yourself. I'm not going to push myself. If you're worried about throwing up while singing, then I don't want you to be pushing yourself. Why are we being a parent to this person? Why are we being like, don't worry? Listen, if you can't sing karaoke without throwing up, you shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do it. Like, what's the point of doing this? Ban the person. Ban the person. This is deniability. Limus can say, offer remove the minor, or said it wasn't a good idea. The minor chose to stay, then got away with it and blamed the minor to avoid accountability. I don't know about that. Oh, wait, I feel like I'm throwing up. Yeah, by the time karaoke things happen, I won't feel like throwing up anymore. I get really nauseous when it's the time. Okay, I don't need to know any of that. Why are we allowing this kid to talk about their cycles in this Discord? Why is this a thing? Why is this a thing? Why are we allowing this conversation to be happening here? This is getting uncomfortable. Yes. This is you did not have to point that out. You really didn't have to point that out. This is why having minors. The adults are getting uncomfortable with this kid in here. Like, what is wrong with you, Limus? You should have just not brought everybody in. I mean, the topic you're talking about. Don't be starting drama here. I'm not trying to. I should stop talking now. I just made everyone uncomfortable. Sorry. And yes, I want to participate in the karaoke thing. Not bad. Gonna happen. Wait, is the karaoke in VC? That's not good. It feels like Limus and other members are annoyed by the minor. How is this a safe space? Even blaming the minor for causing drama. No, they're not. Well, to be honest, they were crashing out. They were crashing out in here about being like, hey, you shouldn't be a content creator. They didn't like the answer and then proceeded to bitch about it. People tried giving them good advice. So, like, I don't understand that. And when someone says, don't be starting drama in here, this is how we're doing it. And Limus not wanting to be responsible. Yeah, responsible about them throwing up on, like, VC or this document is trash. He is charging a responsible as server. It's also not worth nothing. The blame is coming from the mod who is Limus's boyfriend. Oh, that's interesting. It's interesting how Limus acknowledged they're too young for this sort of thing. We'll talk about sex toy and simping half-naked men isn't. That okay. That's maybe a good point here. Because you're putting in, like, photos of, like, you know, the furry stuff and all the other things in there, but you're saying that, you know, they're too young to be a content creator, but they're young enough to see, like, photos of, like, drawings of that kind of shit. I see the point, but you articulated it in the worst way imaginable. Again, I don't think Limus is a predator or anything like that, so you're not proving really much to me there. Let's look at another conversation between Limus and the same minor. He has a panic attack, and Limus mocks him with a gift from Final Destination. Then times him out of server for a week. He can't calm down. Like, okay, I don't see a problem with that. This person's annoying as shit. This kid's annoying. This kid's annoying. Like, if anything, they should have banned them, not timed them out. Hey guys, never tell someone who was hit by a car about Final Destination. Will make them cry, be scared of everything. Just short PSA for me. Why would you tell anyone this? This is why kids shouldn't be in Discord, Limus. Because then they're going to get bullied or groomed. Either way. Movies are so good as concept-wise as poorly executed. Those movies are the most awful things ever. I haven't seen them and I fucking hate it. I hate it so much. Why would somebody make something like that? Sick, awful people. Just hearing the plot, I'm over here crying. Honestly, those movies are tame to the shit I've seen. I've never seen it, but do you know what it's like to hear about something like that, being someone who has been hit by a car? I was hit by a car! What? Okay, listen. I'm sorry you got hit by the car. I'm sorry you got hit by the car. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm sorry you got hit by the car, okay? But that is no one else's problem. You're clearly attention-seeking here. I don't care if they're a kid. I don't care if they're a kid. They are definitely attention-seeking here. Limus, you should have just banned this person. Kick the kids out. Like, what is the point of having this? Sorry for being rude, but I'm really in a bad mood right now. I'm scared. I just want to stay home. I don't know. The concept of death always wins is pretty cool. Kind of wish it was executed a little better in some of the later movies. Go on, Chef. The fuck happened here while I was gone? Final Destination. Something about Final Destination in cars. I don't really know. Sure. Okay, it looks like they deleted it. I think they're talking about this. Damn it, there isn't one of the blood. TLDR, big car crash. Got it. Okay. Who cares? Like, I don't care that they put a GIF making fun of this. Like, who gives a shit? By far the best opening tragedy was the highway scene. Okay, so the kid respond. Roller coaster one. What the fuck? Oh my god, can we please stop talking about this? This has been the wreck of my whole day. What? Yes, it's bad that you got hit by a car. but you're the one that brought this up, okay? Ban this fucking kid. Like, ban this kid. It's not even worth it. Oh my god. Cars are scary. I don't like cars. Cars are scary. Cars are too dangerous. Never getting in one ever again. Calm down. Calm. I can't calm down. I wish my mom was home. I want to talk to her. Oh my god. Are you fucking kidding me here? This is the melodramatics of a fucking lifetime. I see car and go, oh! Top text, car runs to you. Bottom text, write about trauma in Discord server. Yes, this kid needs therapy. Absolutely. It's just so ridiculous. I'm laughing at it. Obviously, I feel terrible if this kid was hit by a car. Of course. Like, genuinely, I feel bad, right? But, like, this is so stupid, it's funny. Okay? This is stupid, it's funny now. No, they're not safe. They're not safe at all. I was hit by a car 3 weeks ago! I feel bad for the kid. Okay, I feel bad. But why are you telling people on the internet about this? And now my friend told me about this stupid movie I wish it never existed. I can't believe sick people would make that. Sick people. All right, I don't care about any of this. It wasn't. It was too much for blank, so he got timed out for a week. Okay, that's fair. My opinion is you should ban this person and not allow kids in here. You know? I do feel bad, B. Okay, I can be fair. I can find something funny and tragic at the same time, okay? I'm not a monster. Kinda. But, like, I'm not a monster. Okay. So at least Limus, like, banned them for being an annoying little shit. It was either that or a ban because this isn't the first issue we had. Okay, so this person is, like, a consistent retard in the server. So, like, whatever. I don't really care. Wow, what a safe and comforting space for panicking minors. Oh my god, so gay, dude. So gay. You should have just banned them. You shouldn't even have this kind of, like, server in general. Okay. Fucking Ember, dude. Fucking Ember just DM'd me the GIF. Like, fuck off. That was funny. That was funny. Chris is trying to steal Chud's grift. No, I'm not. I'm trying to be fair through this. Sure, I'm being petty and platforming their drama, but I'm not going to sit here, even though they crashed out on me, and turn around and just completely and utterly make excuses as to why this document can totally own this person because I think they're a loser. This person is trying to levy, like, quasi-serious allegations against this person. I have integrity enough to sit here and be like, hey, this isn't good, okay? But this isn't pedophilia. This isn't bullying kids. This isn't anything. This is negligence of a content creator at the worst that I'm seeing so far. At the minimum. At the worst, they're allowing this to happen and having weird artwork being drawn in that server that kids are seeing. It's, like, completely ridiculous. There's no reason to do this. No, Lockwood, you didn't. I'm just bringing it up because, like, you have, like I'm being petty, right? But I'm gonna be petty and fair. The pettiness is even talking about this in the first place, because I know they'll probably be like, I can't believe ChrisTheNarc's covering my drama. You know what I mean? Let's see here. Another panic attack over the poison sequence from Hasbin Hotel, as well as Ralph, the rape fetishist, storyboarded. A 19-year-old is talking to him about this. People don't really talk about how exploitative it is. It's hard to put fingers on. Less like trashy porn, creepy storyboard notwithstanding, and more something to Polytechnique where it is just kind of ogling at somewhat romanticizing the life and points of trauma themselves becomes lures. Hard to explain without sounding really pretentious, but the same way Tumblr got infamous for romanticizing depression and mental self-destruction. Honestly, the main reason of why I don't like the show anymore is because they let the storyboard. What? when I hear that creep was doing the storyboarding, I was like, no, I don't know what it's talking about. So this dog maker is damning Limus either if they kept the kid around and banned the kid finally. Was there another option for this dog maker? Make an 18 plus Discord server and ban all kids. Like that to me is fair of a criticism. I feel like that's a fair criticism. Like, just ban all the kids, make an 18 plus server, and literally just move on with your life. It's not that big of a fucking deal. What I will say is, though, is that there is massive negligence, massive, across the board, okay, with how this server was being ran. But they're making it out like it's like a grooming server, and they're talking about sexualized stuff with kids on purpose to get them involved with the sexualized conversation. It's like, this is a ridiculous document. There wasn't an option for their Limus to make a doc maker happy. No, this doc maker put them in basically a lose-lose situation. But at the same time, they should have just made an 18 plus server. They should have just done that. That's what I'm thinking. They could have, instead of having all this drama around them, they could have just done it that way. Because this shit is disgusting. And to be honest, them doubling down on it, I'm not a fan of that. When people are like, hey, like, maybe we should stop doing this. Maybe we should stop allowing minors to be in here because there's just too many people trying to post shit that's inappropriate. And they go, no, we're not going to do that. How was the doc maker? No idea. I'm just reading the doc. Because VizzyPop thinks essay is funny. I don't give a shit about VizzyPop. If you, like, actually dedicate your life to, like, hating on or loving VizzyPop, I think you need to be, like, thrown in a jail cell and given gruel in a bowl with no fork because you're too retarded to eat with sharp objects. Like, that's what I think of people that like VizzyPop or hate VizzyPop content. It's just like you're wasting your time. You're just giving more eyes to their channel. Like, you're going into the crystal. Sex pest just getting beat up. People crying about death of the author. Rephrase that. I don't understand. We need to talk about how people in the animation industry are friends with defend people who fetishize things like rape or pedophilia. See, this person should not be having a conversation with this kid about this. Like, they're trying to make a point, but they're not trying to glorify it. They're not trying to say that the kids should get involved in this conversation. They're just talking about it, which, again, I believe that this conversation shouldn't be happening with a known 13 to 14-year-old, but it's a very heavy conversation to have with a minor. Again, this is why a server with all kids and all adults should not happen. Yeah, I don't believe this is good. Can we keep this positive, please? I don't quite understand, but that's okay, because you're a kid. You don't get it. Just had thoughts, sorry. Yeah, I was about to say that. Have you guys used a Legacy 4J mod for Minecraft? If you look in the introductions, look at my triggers, you get, oh my god, there's an introduction on this Discord server for triggers? Oh my god. What the fuck? Why would you do that? That's just giving ammunition to use against each other. Hey, guys, to the people in my Discord server, how about you list all your triggers for me? Write in the Academy chat if you're a non-member. And if you're a member, write in a main cop chat for me, okay? I want you to list your triggers to me so then I can just start completely and utterly making you angry on purpose, okay? On purpose. This one making me upset. Oh, you guys are young and shit. My bad. Sorry. So that guy apologized for it. It's still stupid. No, it's okay. I actually have conversations like that very often with my friends, but only when I feel up to it. If I can't handle a conversation like that, then I'll send a random GIF or something. I'm trying to change the subject as soon as possible. Yeah, it's fine. Sorry for jumping onto it too hard. It's okay. How old are you? 19. Why are you so freaking old? I'm the youngest person in this server. It can't get younger than me. That's so fucking weird that people are openly talking about their age. I don't like that. That's weird. That's weird. I don't like that. My triggers are people who get triggered easily. Okay. You guys suck. My triggers are people that are not white. Okay, my Discord server's kind of racist. I'm triggered by big baddie Latinas. Don't show them to me. That doesn't work. But Ember said her triggers are hot milfs. Mr. Smiles is triggered by Xander Hall. Someone else says they're triggered by idiots. Ivy is being a complete fucking loser per usual. You guys suck at this. Let's see here. Your trigger's $4,000? Yeah, if only, bro. I'm trying Jared by generic white males named Chris. Damn, bro! That's tough. That's tough. There's a lot of us. There's a lot of us. There's a lot of generic white men named Chris in this world. There's a lot of them, okay? We can't stop them all. All right? I don't like that they're just openly talking about their ages in the server. I don't like that. The miner also seems to insinuate that they're a trauma victim of some kind. It's not Embray. What? Okay, I'm so sorry, Embray. God damn it. Again, this is the same miner from that. All right, this general is going on slow mode. Go take a break, everyone. Okay, why? Because we're kind of breaking the rules. Because there's way too much negativity happening right now, and I'm not going to tolerate it. Just ban the kid. Like, what are you doing? Just ban the people that are doing these things. I don't get it. Stop being mad, okay? I'm typing this to see what slow mode looks like. I don't want to have to keep saying this, but the has-been drama is over. I'm not going to watch this server, keep talking about the show, and create a negative atmosphere. I made it very clear in the rules. From now on, I don't want people in the server to talk about sensitive topics unless there's a good reason. Honestly, even there shouldn't be a good reason to have that kind of conversation with kids around, but, you know. What if I told you my coworker might be Doodle Towns? I doubt it. 1,000,001 chance. 1,000,001 chance, but okay. Let's see here. I'm going to keep locking this channel down, so please be civil and mature. This goes for everyone. I will lock the channel in 1 hour. Do not use other channels as replacements or general. I will personally time you out for it. The channel is now unlocked. Please behave. Limus also did not seem to push or care that a 19-year-old was discussing rape and adult themes with a 14-year-old. They should have stopped that. I do agree here. I do agree. They should have stopped it. But again, negligence more than anything. And a retard. More than anything. But Limus wasn't the one that was engaging in that conversation. Okay? Let's see here. Nor did she express any concern about the panicking miner. I don't care. When the miner introduced himself, he did say a trigger was his SA. Like, honestly, people aren't going to remember that shit. Hello, my name is Blank. I absolutely fucking love Friday Night Funkin'. Of course you do. I have ADHD and I'm autistic. Of course you are. I just haven't been diagnosed yet. Okay, whoever said Birdie 2.0, you got to crush it at its source, dude. I'm sorry. Like, this is the kid. This is bad. Oh, God. I just see the parallels. I see another generation of Birdie happening in front of my eyes. I'm 13-year-old black transgender male. I love making friends and I love my friends. I can be very annoying because I will call you out if you make offensive joke. My favorite food is sausage pizza. Oh, God. Pronouns he, they, likes making friends, FNAF, pizza, having fun, and art, dislikes when people aren't treated fairly, hobbies, art, and animation, triggers, talking about essay and other types of not good things. Okay, that's fair. But still, again, negligence more than anything on Limus and the moderators to not stop that immediately. But they probably weren't paying attention, which, again, rolls into the criticism that this server should not have kids in it at all. This should have been banned immediately, and the server should have been converted to 18 plus long ago. There are multiple other minors in the server as well as adults mixed in. 14, he, him, I like fire trucks. Autism. Fire trucks and monster trucks. Quote stolen, taken from Walter. I'm 32, a cosplayer, YouTuber, written martial artist. Can I call you Gramps? I seriously the oldest person here. Blake, if you prefer, I'm 15. I like Amori. Okay. This is weird. 19, 18, 15. I have no idea how to make a decent intro. 16. This is not, I don't like this server. Again, I don't see anything like inherently like grooming or pedophilic or overly sexual, but I would say that again, negligence when it comes to posting the photos that they have been and the artwork that they have been and kind of the moderation team in of itself. Limus was a complete idiot for having a server like this in the first place. 35. Okay, that's weird. It only recently became a rule to add your age as well as being banned if you're above 30 years old due to macro strange posting not safe for work images in the server. There's something Limus had to address. This server is very strict in certain rules. There's a zero tolerance policy for bigotry or harassment of any kind. Okay, whatever. Not safe for work content is criminally prohibited. Any gooners will be banned. This includes lewd images and discussion. Was this person banned that you responded to, Limus? Because I hope they were. If they weren't, that's kind of stupid on your end to have a rule like that and then not follow through on the rule. What about that one? Was that person banned? I really don't think so. No pointless arguing. Treat people with respect and don't be an asshole. Post AI images results in instant ban. Don't be corny. No venting. Keep this a positive space. You should have banned the kid like multiple times. You must specify your age in the introduction for safety purposes. No venting. Keep this a positive space. You must specify your age in your introduction for safety purposes. Anywhere over the age of 30 gets an instant ban. Go do taxes or something. What? This is such a weird rule set. Like, attraction hypocrisy. Oh my God. We're on page 128. Oh, thank God. We're getting so close to finishing this shitty document. Another point is her being hypocritical about being attracted to dragons. Like, who gives a shit? Who cares? Yeah, they're weird. They're into mythical creatures. Like, they're a weird person. Like, who cares? Limus is a very social critic on anything that involves she deems bestiality, which includes feral characters and dragons. Well, yeah, feral is disgusting. Anything involving bestiality or like anthropomorphic animals fucking each other, it's just like kill yourself. Like that's gross stuff. $5 from Jack. What? Yeah, I'm also confused. Regardless of the sapience. However, her choice of fictional sim says otherwise. The first time she tried said it was a joke, but later it was clear it wasn't a joke. Yes, a dragon, even though it's a fictional animal, is still meant to be an animal. Are you going to do D&D community and now call him out on it? I'm not in the D&D community. You are not a furry either, since you just accused one of zoophilia for liking dragons, which is a pretty tame thing. That's why I'm being curious if you would have the balls to go after role players in the D&D community. Okay, weirdo. Yeah, this person is weird. This people is weird. This person is weird. Brie Larson, my beloved. I didn't mean to post that. Whoops. But, like, who cares? Like, who gives a shit? Hell no, my finger slipped. Nah, something about anthropomorphic fox character. What do you mean I was joking? Donkey rides dragon. I love her. What do you mean I was joking? I mean, what the fuck, Limus? Okay, see that? No, that's not good. Posted a dragon, my king. That's a funny way of saying Leon Kennedy, the hit game series Resident Evil, Limus. That's a whole ass dragon. Yeah, and he's fucking awesome. Okay, I can see it, though. It's just them talking about thinking that the dragon's cool. Like, who cares? Herbivore dragon of 5,000 years gets unfairly villainized, long-ass titles, but I love this man. Poor guy just wanted to eat vegetables. Another photo of a dragon. Like, what's the point? What's the point of being mad about this? This is a huge reach. This is a massive reach. Poor guy wanted to say eat vegetables and sleep in his cave. You know you can like dragons, but think it's weird to be sexually attracted to dragons, right? Whoever the fuck made this like dumbass fucking Google Doc must not recognize that there are people that like dragons but are not sexually attracted to dragons and can criticize people for being sexually attracted to dragons. This whole section is a nothing burger right now. This guy's document is so bad. Like, there's some things in here I kind of am like, yeah, that's suspect. And then 90% of it is just, like, retarded. True, that tail. Ridley was also fucking cool. He's awesome space pirate dragon. The king, Luigi, my comfort character. I don't see Limus here. Honestly, though, any kaiju could get it, huh? What? Okay. Still don't really care. I think saying that a kaiju could get it is weird. But again, it's nothing sexual. Like, it's nothing sexual. Any kaiju could get it, huh? Including the three-headed dragon, King Ghidorah. Okay, post a photo of Godzilla, and then it looks like a Power Ranger. -1 Godzilla any day. What is that even in reference to? Does that mean that they want to bang -1 Godzilla? Limus posted this. Oh dear God, is this them saying that they're sexually attracted to it? I don't see that. Here's the same mod also posting about liking dragons on Blue Sky. Limus doesn't seem to care here either. Bitch, I'm a dragon. Just kidding. I'm an ice bear. True. Dragon's sexy. Cold take, but so true. Okay, that's kind of weird. Why are we calling dragons sexy? If they were consistent, they would be like, hey, hey, you're being weird on the timeline saying that dragons are sexy. They're animals. I can see that, but like Limus is more, you could argue that they're more of a retarded hypocrite rather than somebody that is being a hypocrite saying that they're sexually attracted to dragons, but okay. Can I get a dragon to spoon me, please? Honestly, that's so fucking real. Like, who cares? This is so stupid. Are they weird for finding dragons sexually attractive? Yeah. But, like, that's not Limus's problem. No joke, I think it's drawing constantly. Be real. Big-ass dragon would fix all my problems. Still want to study reptiles and play video games with the crew. Okay. So much for supposed to be an animal, and it's zoophilic to like dragons. It's zoophilic to be sexually attracted to dragons. I will say that. If you're a guy that's like, dude, I'm going to beat off to this lizard, I'm sorry, you're a bit of a you're a zoophile in my book. Like, you're into fucking animals. Like, mythological or not. You want to bang an animal. Like, but this is them just saying that they wanted to be a dragon and they wanted to cuddle with a dragon. They're not talking about having sex with a dragon. Okay? Like, this is stupid. Just realized I forgot to introduce myself. Wait, what is this? Also, this person was 17 when they joined Limus' server. They're now 18 and are modded the server. Why is it okay when Limus said it wasn't? What do you mean? They're just in the... This is so stupid. Next, we'll get her Blue Sky likes. Oh, my God. Major trigger warning for blurred, not safe for work images, including minor characters. Okay, this shit sounds crazy. Chris, you want to... No, I don't want to fuck dragons. $5 from Archer. So you ever heard of Justin RPG? Man, this is just giving me that vibe. True. Upon reviewing Limus's likes on Blue Sky, there were not only hypocritical likes, but ones concerning one involving supposedly aged up minor characters. The first few are anthro dragons, still dragons. I think I caught him in the middle of something. Okay, so they like that. What the fuck? I think you caught him in the middle of something. Oh, okay, that's a little... Okay, so I'm seeing the hypocrisy there. Maybe they just... they're liking the hypocrisy. Okay, I'm seeing the hypocrisy now. Because all that other stuff was just completely useless. Now that is hypocrisy. It's like you're liking tweets with dragon cock. More dragon cock. Big boy showing what he's got. More dragon cock. Anthro dragons being ripped. The neck depicts Noel from Delta Rune in suggestive pose. Noel Holiday and Game Boy. That's weird. This is in college. Yep, lol. Okay. This is weird. However, this is the same artist has post Susie and Razily porn. Which, what the fuck is Susie and Razily? Razily? It's not even like that subjective, suggestive, but I would say it's weird to age up a character and make them look like that. That's just me. That's just me. I think it's weird, but I wouldn't call this like a sexualized position. Their legs are spread, though, sitting on a chair. It's kind of weird. It's kind of like 50-50, depending on who you ask. I think it's weird. Let's see here. Heavy warning for blurred graphic, not safe for arc, depicting minor characters being reposted. DeviantArt, you drew this for me. You always did love characters. Okay, so this isn't. So this isn't Limus that is doing this. Okay, Deltarune characters sucking cock. Right now in the time, always pre-order. Razzie is now open. He's 7.25 tall. First time pre-order discount. Basic. Nude base. Okay, this is weird. Okay, that's weird. Limus is also aware that these are minor characters. She did not like this art, but still follows the artist. Yeah, they should unfollow the artist. Razzie doesn't have a canon age, so it's okay. You're not going to convince me that Razzie is an adult, hangs out with teenagers, and that game is implying that she has a crush on non-binary school student. So, to be real, if Limus is criticizing people for sexualizing Razzie, but following an account that does sexualize posts of Razzie, yeah, you could call that hypocritical, but they're not liking it. They're not retweeting it. They're not engaging with it. Maybe they didn't even notice that artwork was there. So, like, what's the point of that? Icy Pepper is tired from all the fan dancing. I don't know what this is. Oh, what the fuck is that? Did they retweet this? Their fan base, lol. Also topical of the past few days was sweaty heat. Okay, dude Fox. Posting not safe for work. Welcome to Happy Mart. Very belated comic book day thing. It's on very special employees on stage bearing it all. These have been posted not to shame, but to post that Limus liking that Noel art was no accident. Further proof that needs to look into further. So that's a like. So Limus just liked one artwork from this person. And it was this person, which you could argue is maybe the least sexualized artwork that they had on their entire Blue Sky page. Or are they redraw of Kill la Kill screenshot that I thought because boobs, okay. 17 years old. It's a redraw of this character. 17. Rather not keep harming on the size scribbles drama. Oh God, I don't care about the Psy scribble stuff. I'm not a fan of Psy. So if they come at me and they're starting to say, well, this guy's friendly with Psy, I'm like, no. Psy hates me and thinks that anyone that associates with Gilded Poo needs to be doxxed, apparently. So like, I want nothing to do with that shit. Kind of warrants the same level of response. New schedule. Okay, I don't care. Taking a break from streaming all this week. Extended family. She also unfollowed the artist who drew the Noel picture. Drew foot fetish art of tails. Amid reposted Psy Susie Rose porn. Okay, so they unfollowed them. So what was the whole point of this entire situation? When they figured out when it was presented to them, like, what happened, they unfollowed that person. Are they supposed to go through their likes and now unlike every like that they ever did if somebody did something controversial? This is stupid. It's also worth noting that Limus still actively interacts with the minors shown throughout this doc. With the Tails profile photo and the COTL profile photo on Blue Sky, they are the same child. They are still in her server. She likes their post on BS even after the document's initial release. I really don't like her. She uses slurs and now this. I swear to God, she gets into so much drama. Can she just chill for one day? I really hate she uses slurs. Okay, who gives a fuck? It's also worth noting Limus has liked a lot of their previous posts and even switched between sandwiched between porn. Okay, so they just liked the post and then liked pornography. Oh God, this is the most nitpicky shit I've ever seen in my life. The Has-Been fandom is interesting. This to them, I know it's all of them are like, but goddamn, I had some awful experiences. Okay, so they just liked a tweet of them venting about Has-Been Hotel. Like, them talking shit about the Has-Been Hotel people. No, I'm bigger than you. I hate how that ship is canon and how they got back together and how they met. Is the show not written like a fanfic that a 13-year-old wrote? Am I the only one who thinks this? Who gives a shit? Sex toy talk. Okay, remember when they kept, like, saying, oh, the sex toy talk. Like, they did all that shit up top. It's like, okay, now we're finally at this point, which they kept referencing in the beginning, but now they put it at the end of the document. We also have to mention Limus is talking about sex toys in the general channel. Sex is also mentioned 48 times in the server. I'm flattered they want to sponsor me, but I'd rather not be promoting sex toys, Lamau. Who cares? It's a sex toy company. She even responds to a minor asking about sex toy sponsorship. This person is 14 years old. Yeah, this is stupid for them to talk about in the Discord. you know, this is stupid. This is stupid for them to talk about in the Discord, but, like, is this them, like, grooming kids? Is this them being, like, a danger to children? No. This minor also regularly comments on Limus's Blue Sky quotes. You already brought that up before. Email starts at Linus X-Men. Thank you, Leon, for the raid. Your viewers are going to leave en masse with what I am covering. I'm covering this out of pettiness, but to be honest, I'm more on Limus' side than I would expect. Email starts with Limus X Men's boutique, and I'm just I'm flattered. I just want to sponsor me. I would rather not be promoting sex toys, Lamau. Okay, so they're just saying they don't want to do it. I don't want to promote that stuff on my channel. What? Is it because of minors? Yes. Imagine being sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends or Dragon City or something. I wouldn't accept those offer either. Why? It's money. Who gives a shit? Is because of minors. This person, 14-year-old again. Why is Limus talking to this child like they are an adult? They're not appropriate conversations to have a 14-year-old. I'm going to be honest. Limus shouldn't have posted in there talking about their possible sex toy sponsorship, but this is them kind of just shutting down the conversation. The minor asked, what? Is it because of kids? And then they go, yeah, that's because I don't do it. Like, I don't see a problem with that. That's it? That's everything out of the sex toy conversation that you fucking kept referencing in the beginning of this document. It's them just saying, I don't want to take a sponsorship for this. How is this 236 fucking pages? Is because, oh my God. Simping with partial nudity. Next is simping for half-naked men around minors. Post. It's just wrestling guys, okay? Covered in blood. You shouldn't have those in there. Something about a guy with full cake. You shouldn't be posting that either. Shouldn't be posting that in a server full of kids. Lucy has no idea how lucky she is. Yeah, I'll agree. You shouldn't be doing that. Talking about wrestling, I don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck about the wrestling. Don't give a fuck about the wrestling. That right there is suggestive. Okay, can we admit that? That one I would definitely not want in that server. I can admit that much. Need him. Wrestler. Okay, another wrestler. Yeah, I think I'm the only person that has read this doc in its entirety so far. Because it looks awesome. I know bits and pieces of it. That's all right. I also saw Watch Dogs and Wrench wants to date me and not you. Actually, Wrench is dating Bill. This is how straight guys show affection to each other. I think it's like, looks wholesome. Who gives a fuck? What is this circled for? It's a joke. It's not even a sexualized conversation. I also put this meme here intentionally. Jason and Lucy are both insanely simpable. If the game is anti-cop, motherfucker, cops are the main enemy in all GTA games. Like, yeah, you shouldn't be talking about simping for characters in a server with kids. I could say that much. But again, not sexual, not pedophilic, not grooming. Being stepped on by someone. Wait. Also, Jason can step on me. See, that's something you shouldn't be writing in a fucking server with kids in it. I'll be honest. It's a joke, but, like, still. Like, come on. Like, that's stupid. Neither is talking about male strippers. Dog, I just want male strippers in the game. I don't care. There's no male strippers in GTA 5 or face sitting. See, this kind of shit. No. That's not good. Misato, a kind of girl boss. I wish that chair was me. Yeah. Sorry, I got possessed. What happened? Yeah, you shouldn't be doing that. I can admit that much. Again, these are like really just shitty jokes that are being told in a server that has minors in it that you shouldn't be doing. They're not, like, engaging with the kids. They're not telling the kids to post thigh photos of themselves. They're not saying, hey, draw pornography. They're allowing, like, lewd artwork to be posted in the server, which should have been banned, but they let it go anyways, even though their rules say that they shouldn't have it. This is why I'm saying Limus is a retard and should have just never had a server that had kids in it in the first place. Next is the uncomfortable discussion around pedophiles. Why is she allowing people to talk about people prey on children around kids? Doesn't matter. A pedophile is somebody who's sexually attracted to children, prepubescent ages, which is around 10 to 12, also 14, IG, but not 16. Okay. this is stupid. She had an option to do it. A pedo is an adult who dates a minor. That's pretty weird. Yeah. Yes, a middle-aged man dating a 16-year-old. Nothing wrong with that. That is a lot wrong with that. I understand that was sarcasm. Bruh, that guy is a pedo. Now can we move on from this topic? They just said... So Limus shut down the conversation. Leave this server. If they aren't drawing the line at pedophilia, the only time out the pedo, you got to leave. Yeah. I met at a convention in Chico. I was 15 at the time and just kept talking to me about porn. He seems so nice. That's a weird interaction. All he talked to you about when you were a minor. Yeah, I have no problem with how they're doing this. Showed him my Troublemakers webcomic. I feel like this is weird to have these conversations here, but again, it's like, they aren't engaging in a minor having a conversation here, unless that's why these names are blurred. These are also minors, but like, I don't get it. This is not, Limus was stupid for trauma dumping here. What else? He's a creep, no doubt about it. Yeah, they should have not have had those conversations, but again, it's not like engaging in conversations with kids about it. It's just them talking about it. Again, they should have, unironically, created an 18-plus server in the first place. They shouldn't have allowed kids in general. This is the problem now, is that you have people combing through your server, and you could have, like, a slip-up, and then, boom, now people are saying that you might have a grooming pedophile Discord, which, for me, I would say you're negligent, but you're not a pedophile. You're not a groomer. You're just negligent and retarded. Doesn't matter. People do shit pedos do. I thought it would more. You look like a kid in public for 1 second. You start thinking, oh, my fucking God. Mike married a 15-year-old and got his own lolcow universe. Well, yeah, Mike is a pedo. I really don't care to say that. I don't like what they're doing with Mike. I think Mike should be fired immediately, especially after the DV stuff in particular. It's crazy that he's still around. Why talk about pedophiles 28 times? It's not appropriate to discuss around minors, even when you condemn them. It shouldn't be brought up whatsoever around children. Same with porn. It's not appropriate. Limus and these other random adults are not their parents, medical professionals, or teachers. Yeah, I'll agree with this, but this isn't like an egregious situation that is like dangerous to kids. This is just them being idiots and forgetting what kind of server that they're in. And again, the criticism loops back again for the millionth time that Limus shouldn't have had a server with kids in it in the first place. Oh God, Pokemon. Oh, thank God. This document's almost done. Thank God. Thank God this document's almost done. Next is Pokemon. Something Limus is publicly condemned as zoophilia. Huh? Even if ones were to make the argument that the Pokemon Limus is attracted to lean towards Anthro, and that Mewtwo is capable of human speech, her selection also includes Vespiquen and Animalistic Bee. Okay, so they just fictional characters. Is this like the simp one? Okay, so they're posting that they would simp for this character, Lucario, this character, this character, this character, this character. One of the best legendaries. But is that them saying that they're sexually attracted to these things? Like, yeah, the word simp's there, but like, would I call this? Would I say that they're saying that they're sexually attracted to these things? Unless they said, bro, this character's hot as fuck, right? Like that's enough evidence to say like that's bad. I have no shame. Would that be sexual though? Not really. Kendrick versus Drake. How did we get to the Kendrick-Drake beef in this document? Okay. Why is this a section? Okay, you need need to know my take on the Kendrick versus Drake beef, okay? Kendrick bodied him. Kendrick ate Drake alive, spat him out, and shit him out all over again multiple times. You have to be completely retarded to side with Drake in any fucking context after that beef. You have to be an idiot. Kendrick was more entertaining. Kendrick had better bars. Kendrick had better songs. Everything was better. He had better disses, all of it. Like, you have to be retarded to be a Drake fan and defend Drake against Kendrick in that beef. Drake poked a fucking sleeping god. Like, that shit was Keno. Okay? K-Dot fucking ate his asshole alive, bro. In an interesting note. Yeah, I know Larrick sided with Drake. Me and him got into a beef about it on Twitter. And he was like, I don't see any proof of Kendrick, of Drake doing weird shit with kids. And I just posted the video of him talking to the minor on stage, and then an article talking about Drake with Millie Bobby Brown. and Larrick didn't respond to that. Larrick just gave up. Like, I just bodied him with info. Let's see here. In an interesting note, this is not interesting. This is stupid. Limus got very upset over the Kendrick versus Drake situation. How do you get upset over that? It's commonly accepted that the point of Not Like Us is Kendrick calling Drake out as a pedophile, which, yeah. Sure, it's her server, but it's something you shouldn't be ignored given the situation of the server's full of minors being exposed to sexual conversations. No, it's not. No, it's not. It doesn't make any sense. That does not make any fucking sense. What are you talking about? Because they are negligent, this somehow, because they were upset about the beef, is potentially indicative of them being pro-pedophile? Like, what are you doing with this? What is the point of adding this into the document? I watched about half a 3-hour FD Signifier's video on Kendrick versus Drake. Watch someone better. The fuck are you doing watching FD Signifier? For real, I don't give a shit about those two billionaires fighting. Is that their take? It's about the protection of art form. Hip-hop isn't an art. I want art gets gentrified and flattened. It didn't get gentrified. What are you talking about? Kendrick ain't gentrified. Like, the fuck are you talking about? Like, what? Like, imagine if a person who was straight as an arrow claimed to be the king of queer art. That's what Drake was. Okay, kind of based. Drake really is a fucking colonizer of rap, though. Let's be fucking fair here. Eminem gets the pass, bro. He grew up going through the hard shit. Like, he gets the pass. He's on the mountain. Drake ain't. Okay. Guys, I'm not going to talk about the Kendrick-Drake beef. Talking about it just makes me upset. I don't know why it makes you upset. Unlocking this channel for an hour, and I say no more about a certain subject, that means no more. As always, they just don't care about the beef. They don't care about the beef. How is this indicative of anything? When they get upset over this is the point of locking the channel down. Again, it's her server. It's very bizarre to get upset over a pedophile being called out very publicly. She just doesn't care about the beef. The fuck? All right, let's go to the conclusions now. Limus claims that she wants to make a safe space for her audience, which just happens to include a large number of minors. She claims to have lacked this kind of space growing up, one where she could feel accepted without judgment. That's a problem. I will say that much. You need to understand, Limus, that you run a large community server. There is way too much that can go wrong. Okay, way too much. I'm glad you switched it to 18 plus. I think you're a fucking idiot that tried to defend it originally, and then when you got pushback, finally pushed it to 18 plus. I'm not calling you a groomer or a pedophile. I'm saying you're an incredibly negligent individual that shouldn't be doubling down on shit. And I covered this only to annoy you, but I ended up thinking that you're an idiot and the doc maker's a fucking idiot. So, like, fair. Chris, you can't say that Chris, when being petty, makes shit up. Okay? wants to prove one now. However, even assuming nothing is the best of intention, Limus is not a parent, medical professional, social worker, or teacher. She's a YouTuber with a Discord server, and her idea of giving minors a safe space is inviting them into a private place where they're encouraged to talk about sex with strange adults. They are not encouraged. I don't see anybody encouraging that conversation other than the yaoi stuff, but then Limus came in and shut that down. So, like, what's the, I don't get this. The minor she most interacts with still likes her posts to this day. As shown in the doc, Limus was encouraged by others on multiple occasions to keep adult content hidden behind an adult role. Every time she refused. Yeah, see, this is retarded. Every time she refused, you should have just said, sure, we'll do that. Like, at the bare minimum, right? I still don't like it, but at the bare minimum, you should have done that. She got this offensive when it's suggested that it isn't healthy or safe. At best, Limus is misguided and deeply hypocritical. At worst, she knows exactly what she's doing and invites these children away from the public eye to expose. See, right? Do you see the bold text here? I'm getting so annoyed right now. They say the thing that is like misguided and deeply hypocritical. I can agree with some of that. Most of it, it's just completely retarded, but there are some points to be made there. But then notice how they put the most retarded take in bold fucking letters, because that's what they want to really say, but they're trying to play both sides at the end instead of recognizing they made a very inflammatory document to try and accuse somebody of potentially grooming kids. To all their sexual kinks she routinely attacks others for. Either way, it's a dangerous situation that can't be allowed to operate in the dark any longer. This is so stupid, man. This is so fucking stupid. This is so stupid. This actually made me, like, still think Limus is an idiot. I still think Limus is negligent. All these things, right? But they're not a pedophile. They're not doing that on purpose to, like, groom kids. This isn't a City Bear situation. This isn't a Birdie situation. It's just an idiot. Like, you're just an idiot. Make no mistake, this isn't a admission of guilt. It's more of, here, are you happy now? See, this is the kind of shit I'm talking about, where you're kind of, like, doing stupid shit. Limus, like, you should have just made the change and not done this, because now you're doing the pirate software thing, where it's like, I bet you're happy that you ruined my safe space where I had negligence going on. It's like, bro, this should have happened from the beginning. This is why you look like a fucking retard, because you're doubling down on this shit. I'm not listening to this fucking terrible video. I'm not listening to this terrible fucking video. What was the Limus Live? Okay, how did they respond to this video? I mean,
serve as a response to a lot of the accusations and claims that have been made against me. For those who are unaware, over the past few months, 3 people have helped spread false information and claims about me. Claims that I bullied sexual assault victims off the internet because of how they cope with their abuse. Claims that I harassed voice actors for harassment. It
is weird that when people say, hey, get rid of the minors in your server, they don't get rid of them. I will say that. That's weird. You should have just done away with it and avoided the shitstorm in general.
Hotel, and claims that I helped spread false accusations against Brandon Rogers. These people being Marco Strange, Gax, and Cy Scribbles. There are others who are involved in this as well, and I will mention them if I need to, but these 3 are the main ones who have helped platform a lot of these lies. This video is the result of months of constant harassment, death threats, rape threats, and doxing attempts that were sent my way.
Okay, if I catch any one of you people doing anything like that, in general, I will unironically ruin your life.
Because of these claims. I said before that I wasn't going to make a video about the backlash that my original Angel Dust video got again, but that was before it got to this extent. I want to do my best to, at the very least, clear the air and tell my side of events.
I don't know anything about, like, doing false allegations. Is there anything involving, like, the Discord server? Is there, like, anything involving the Discord server? Like, because it doesn't seem to be.
And why the people making these claims are not to be trusted. The first person I want to talk about who started to make claims against me is Marco Strange. Marco is a cartoon/anime YouTube critic, and he first started to take an issue with me when he made a video responding to my video, How Not to Write a Victim of Abuse. Since then, he made a couple more videos about me, including numerous shorts. I shrugged off his video at first, mostly because—
Why do you give a shit? These videos are not even doing anything.
I've had more than enough of my fair share of people talking about that video. I don't really care anymore if people didn't like my Angel Dust video.
Okay.
But it felt really disingenuous to hear him say, unlike Limus, I care about sexual abuse victims. And I'm going—
Oh my god, who cares about the opinion of some shitter?
To get into why. I have a history with Marco Strange. Even before he made his video about me, while he was working on it, he was a member in my Discord server. And during his time there, me and the mods had to ban him because he was posting explicit images of Nami from One Piece.
Oh, this is the guy!
Me and my mods do our best to make the server a safe
Can we ban him? I'm gonna be honest. He's making multiple people in the server uncomfortable. Limus, Def, that 30-year-old, no. For real, he posts a lot of sussy stuff in the server, and the server has minors. Can I please drop the ban hammer on this dude he's making uncomfortable? Just ban him. Why are you asking permission?
space for people. Marco Strange is over the age of 30, and he was posting lewd images of Nami in a server that had a large portion of
Yeah, but you also had photos of, like, animals with their, like, dick out or whatever. Or, like, what is it? The, fucking, like, shirtless tiger thing. Like, what is this crap?
people below the age of 15 in it. It's a character that he seems to have a lot of love for, considering he reposts AI art of her on his Twitter. When we banned him for it, he then
Who gives a shit about the AIR?
proceeded to release
The
two
guy is obsessed with fucking Nami, though. That is creepy. You need to stop doing that, buddy.
videos about me and talk
You're
shit
32 years old and you're simping over a fucking anime girl.
about me wherever it was convenient. Twitter, YouTube comments, shorts, you name it. I want to point out that I did leave a comment under a second video about me, basically poking fun at the fact that he was still talking about me after a month has passed since my Angel Dust video was released. Me doing this was not the right move, and all it accomplished was giving him more fuel and reason to talk about me.
So wait a minute. So my thing is, Limus, you recognize that somebody is trying to poke around and you try poking at somebody and then that person responds to you. You kind of didn't learn that lesson with me where I am actively going over your dramas now. To be fair, I just think you're a negligent retard more than anything else. I don't think you're like an evil human being or a groomer or anything. But like, you're just a dumbass. And if you know somebody's making constant videos on you that is going to milk you no matter what, why are you even giving it the time of day? This is why I think you're an idiot.
But when he made a tweet saying that I was a bully and had no interest in debating him, I quote tweeted him with a screenshot showing what he posted in my Discord server. This then resulted in now deleted tweets of him dropping his respect for my pronouns and starts purposely misgendering me and crashing out. It was very clear to me that he resulted to misgendering me because he had nothing substantial to come back with after showing
Fair enough. I can't even take that away from you. Sai is more like annoying Leia something, and Leia is a saint compared to Sai for the most part. At least Leia moved on somewhat. Leia didn't move on.
how much of a creep he was.
Leia still sucks.
He started saying that the images he sent in my server were fine because there wasn't any nudity, and that all he did was share anime girls in my server. He has also gone on record saying that the channel he sent the images to was called Waifu Chat, when in actuality it was called Fictional Character Simpery. The channel consists of people sharing safe for work images and gifs of characters that they are attracted to or that they like. We have made it clear numerous
Which is fair, but like again, there are some artwork in that server that is pretty suggestive. So like,
times and in our server
you're kind of not acknowledging that part.
rules that explicit images would result in an instant ban. Him trying
And I
to
understand those screenshots are out of context, but like, come on, buddy.
finish what he did made it very clear to me that he's a liar who is willing to twist the truth as much as possible to make himself look better. I do think him saying that he cares about sexual abuse victims is tone deaf given his track record, especially given how he went out of his way to heart transphobic comments about me. And seeing how a lot of trans and queer people in general supported his video without even knowing this is disheartening. I want to mention my interactions with Marco. After he blocked my main account, I left a snarky comment under one of his shorts with my second account. This was
Are you an idiot? Why are you poking the bear? Like, why are you doing this? You know the guy's making shit up about you. Why are you still responding to them?
really stupid on my part, and I take full accountability for that.
You're acting like a cow. That's what you're doing. You're acting like a cow. Like, this is just giving ammunition to a guy that's A-logging you. Not a Marco W. Marco's, like, making stupid shit up, right? Like, 100%. 100%, right? 100%. But, like, why even engage with them?
A lot of my behavior during this time period was wrong, and it deserves to be criticized. There's no doubt that I did
Okay, fair enough.
play a part in the escalation of my situation with him. Pointless bickering did happen with me and him, and my participation in it did not help either side and only made things worse. And
At least you recognize it. You know, that's all I could ask for. You know, that's not a cow thing to do, is to recognize the fault in that.
apologize for that.
The thing is that you don't repeat it. Like, try to throw shots at me.
I've also made 2 pre-stream chat videos on my VOD channel in which me and a friend or 2 would talk about Marco and laugh at his crash out. These videos have since been privated, mostly because I don't like stooping to the level of these people, and keeping them up felt very unprofessional on my part. Now, Marco has made a lot of comments and criticisms regarding my Angel Dust video, criticisms that I have already addressed in the follow-up video on my second channel, but some of the things that he and others have said is that I didn't like Angel Dust because I didn't like the way he coped with his abuse. This is true, but a lot of the people, including him, summarize my problem with that being that I don't like how Angel Dust copes with his abuse by being hypersexual. Angel Dust went out of his way to put himself in danger of getting abused again so that he can
Oh my god, I literally cannot care about has-been hotel drama.
start a narrative that I had ill intent making the video and that I have ulterior motives, and it's reckless for Marco to push that narrative. Marco's third
Hello, Gax.
video about me was in relation to a lot of things, and I want to use it as a reason to discuss some claims about me. In January, I went to an anime convention wearing a mask and a cardboard cutout of the thumbnail to my Angel Dust video. While I was at the convention, I was recognized by a bunch of people who all had nice things to say about me. Alex Brightman was at the convention doing autographs, so me and Valor Vex, who was with me at the time, stood in line to get his signature. I was mostly in line for Vex's sake since he was a big fan of Alex. I asked him if he could sign my thumbnail, and I explained to him that it was a video I made
How's the Limus video? AIDS? Complete AIDS, but honestly, the whole Discord server document was the most retarded thing I've ever read in my entire life. You could definitely call them a hypocrite and negligent, and the fact that they doubled down on trying to keep this server open to everybody was retarded, but I can't call them like a pedophile groomer. Like this document is trying to allege. It's fucking retarded. Like, the most you have them on is them just being like an overly optimistic retard. The document's retarded, Gax. It's so stupid. Like, if you read this trying to be fair, there's like one or two good things that this document brings. I would say about, because I read the whole thing, I would say maybe 3 pages of this document. 3 pages of this document is something that you go, yeah, you could criticize them for that. But the rest of it is just retarded.
criticizing Hespin Hotel. Alex found the idea of the sign funny and had no issue signing it, and adding, "Keep throwing C-rats," which is a reference to my streams. Me and Vex and a lot of my other friends found it funny, and I only really showed up at the convention wearing the sign as an inside joke with me and my followers, hence why I made the tweet showing off the autograph. Of course, that tweet got controversy and even got a response from VivzyPop saying how much she disliked it. The only people who saw what happened are me, Vex, and Alex Brightman. Viv was not at that convention. This led to an immense amount of hate and harassment sent my way.
What?
Tweet got controversy in the sign as an inside joke with me and my followers, hence why I made the tweet showing off the autograph. Of course, that tweet got controversy and even got a response from VivzyPop saying how much she disliked it. The only people who saw what happened are me, Vex, and Alex Brightman. Viv was not at that convention. This led to an immense amount of hate and harassment sent my way. A lot of people—
You got a DM calling you a retard. Like, what?
Alex Brightman. Viv was not at that convention. This led to an
Should we say Gordon Limus or what? See, that shit's fucking insane.
immense amount of hate and harassment.
But then you just move on to you're fucking retard and you're upset about that. Like
Sent my way. A lot of people were upset over me doing this, and if you thought that it was irresponsible, then I want to apologize. My intention was to make a few of my friends and followers laugh. I wasn't expecting it to reach the amount of attention that it got. My
it's just like, who gives a shit? Like, why are you even apologizing for that?
intentions were not malicious in the slightest, but I understand if that's not an excuse. However, I did not harass or even threaten Alex Brightman.
I think the R slur, are you retarded? Like, I don't care. Like, I'll say that word 50 billion fucking times because Limus is retarded for how they ran their Discord server. I'm glad that they updated it to be 18 plus now and got rid of all the minors. I'm very happy about that. I have no issue with that, but I do have an issue with how long it took.
And to signing my thumbnail. People at these meet and greets have the ability to refuse to sign anything that is given to them. Him saying no to signing the thumbnail would not have caused a scene like people act like it would. Him signing my thumbnail was not me trying to get a voice actor from the show to endorse my video. Alex Brightman, to my knowledge, has not seen my video, and I doubt he even remembers me after that convention. The signature was meant to be a joke between me, Vex, and my followers. I don't need a voice actor to validate my video. It's not a requirement for my points in that video. So to have people who weren't even at the convention make up lies about what happened at the convention and then pass them off as fact, it's incredibly disingenuous. I had fun at the convention. I didn't try to ruin anyone else's fun as well. And I'm disappointed that a fandom that is so fixated on disproven false allegations made towards VivzyPop also have no issue spreading false accusations to people they dislike.
Oh my god, fuck VivzyPop, dude!
Another claim that was brought up in Marco's video was my support towards Jaden, a person who came forward with allegations relating to—
Like, I hate people that hyperfixate on the VivzyPop stuff. You're retarded! You're retarded! You need to be fucking locked up in a jail cell! I hate all of you!
Rogers. In the allegations, Jaden says that Brandon Rogers knew that they were 15 and talked them into—
The shows are not good! They're fucking garbage!
doing free editing commission work instead of paying them. In my tweet supporting the victim, I said that grooming comes in many forms and it isn't always sexual. In this case, I believe that it was financial grooming. But because most people only know one—
Huh? What?
knew that they were 15 and talked them into doing free editing commission work instead of paying them. In my tweet supporting the victim, I said that grooming comes in many forms and it isn't always sexual. In this case—
You should not be calling it grooming. Wait a minute. I understand your argument is that grooming isn't always sexual, but this is a guy that was just like, hey, you want to do free art for me? We need to stop using the word grooming to describe shit that is mundane as fuck. This is not an argument. Like, you should have just said, it's important for everyone to see that people will take advantage of artists no matter what age. Why are we calling it grooming? I would just call it baseline manipulation. This is so stupid.
I believe that it was financial grooming, but because most people only know one
Financial groom. Stop putting the word grooming next to shit that doesn't fucking fit it. Oh my God. The internet knows grooming is one thing. Grown adult makes child do something. That is what everyone hears the word grooming is. Call it manipulation.
one definition of grooming. People, including Marco, have ran with the claim that I called Brandon Rogers a pedophile. The person who made the allegations got a lot of
because you used the word grooming.
harassment, and it led to them privating their account. I don't believe that Brandon Rogers is a pedophile, and I never made that claim. I do believe that he took advantage of a young fan's admiration to try and get free commission work instead of paying them. I will admit...
That's more manipulation than anything else. The guy's a dick. He didn't groom them.
Because the word grooming is constantly associated with pedophilia.
Yes, you're an idiot.
I understand why people would be thinking that I was calling him that to a degree. I'm more so incredibly disappointed and sad that people harassed the victim enough for them to leave the internet, and I'm worried that I helped contribute to that. And if I did, I want to apologize to Jaden. Your story is yours to tell, nobody else's. I'm sorry that you aren't able to feel like people can listen to what you have gone through. You deserve safety and not to be taken advantage of. My take...
Okay, I'm gonna have like a nuclear fucking take here. If nothing sexual happened, I don't care. If nothing sexual happened, I literally can't care. I can't, and I won't. I refuse to. I don't care. I literally don't care. Like, if nothing sexual happened, if this kid wasn't traumatized due to shit that this person was doing in the DMs, all this shit, right? If they only did free artwork for this voice actor because they liked them and didn't pay them, that's a dick move on that guy. But I'm not going to do a moral fagging moment here.
Takeaway of what happened to you may not be your takeaway, and I don't want to be speaking on your behalf. And I'm sorry that that's what I did. To wrap this section up, I want to address Marco Strange personally. Marco, I think you are a liar and a grifter. I believe you care...
Oh my God. I think you're a grifter. Oh my God. The worst fucking thing to call anybody ever. A grifter. Oh my fucking Christ, man. It's just like... The word grifter has been so desensitized. Like, Andy Pants is a fucking grifter. He used to do pro-DEI and all this other shit and then recognized he would get more views doing the anti-DEI stuff, and he swapped all of his content to that to make money. That is a grifter. Okay? That's a grifter. Stop fucking it up. Thank you for the 5. The fandom is a blessing and a curse. Extreme anti-fans are just as cringe as extreme fizzy pop. Limus is kind of a farmer. It doesn't matter.
More about getting attention on your videos rather than helping out sexual abuse victims, given how much you repost your video on Twitter anytime someone mentions my name. You are so fixated on winning over a fan base that is filled with people who you wouldn't pour water on even if they were on fire. You'll call my apology that wasn't even directed towards people like you fake, but you still put out a front of being an ally who genuinely cares for abuse victims. I banned you from my server because of your creepy behavior. It does...
That's fair. Guy got banned for being a fucking weirdo, posting nothing but Nami and bikini photos. I have no problem with you banning that guy.
It surprised me that outside of my server, you were also like this. Do better.
Oh, God.
Side Scribbles is the second person who has arguably done the most to help spread false information about me. She's a
I have tried my hardest to avoid the size stuff, but I guess I got wrapped into it now.
42-year-old React streamer. Most of her content before this is just...
Can we stop doing the whole age thing? It doesn't fucking matter. Like, can we stop? You're all idiots on the internet. We're all idiots on the internet together. If they are under the age of 18, yeah, like, don't engage with them. But like, oh, she's 42. Okay, who gives a fuck? Like, I don't care.
Around Lily Orchard. Her initial stream that she made where she reacted to my Angel Dust video was all over the place. She repeats a lot of the same tired arguments as before. If I'm being honest, there isn't anything I can say about her criticisms that I haven't already said about Marco's, but she tries to push a narrative that I'm a misogynist, and that's why I didn't like the show.
Misogyny. Is that like the go-to of lesbians is just misogyny? I don't get it. How can you be so hateful? It's very sexist of you.
No. I gave her stream the benefit of the doubt, hoping that she would be the first normal person to make a response on me.
I've noticed. Indeed.
Instead, the stream was filled with a barrage of bad faith criticisms and petty bullying on her part. I tuned in to watch, but left due to her chat starting to get transphobic. After her words, I learned later on in her stream that she got upset over my usage of the word queer, and yet in the same stream...
Wait a minute. Usage of the word queer. Limus is a gay individual. Well, they're trans, but like... I feel like, just like how a black person can say the N-word, they have the pass to call things queer. Like, I don't... In all my life, in all of the people I've met in the world, my family, the gay members of my family, I don't think I've ever heard them say that they think queer is a slur. Ever. I can call my aunts. Been married for like 30 fucking years. Like obviously gay marriage was rectified like a decade ago, but like they've been married for that long. You know what I mean?
Dream.
I'm pretty sure if I called them, they'd be like, Chris, we haven't heard from you forever. And I'm just going to go, hey, do you think queer's a slur? And they'd probably be both like, what are you, retarded? And just hang up the phone. Oh, God. I love my Bronx family. They're fucking hilarious.
He had no issue saying the Spanish word for black. The landscape for queer people, both on the internet and outside of it, is already...
No, they use the Q word. Don't like that. So, like, you're complaining about...
Q word. Queer? Queer. 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 Like, who gives a shit?
About angel dust being a gay stereotype. And then you use a gay slur. The Negro College Fund?
In fact, size group...
That was completely cut out of context, to be fair. That's totally fucking cut out of context, okay?
has a history of using and calling other people slurs.
Okay, I also use the word retarded. I don't care.
Screenshot gets passed around a lot as an example. If you try and show this to her, she'll justify it by saying that it's okay because she censored one letter, and that the context was that she was arguing with someone who said that the word queer
Okay, I don't care about this either. I've said the N-word. I don't care.
was worse than the N-word. But I think it's really obvious that censoring a word when saying it doesn't mean you aren't saying it. If you were to read aloud what they said...
Like, I do agree that Sai's being hypocritical in that moment. I could definitely see that, but, like, I can't care.
How would you say the slur in their message?
I've said slurs before. Like, I don't care. like, who gives a shit?
You can't say N-word, because that's not what they wrote. And this argument doesn't even matter, considering she also uses Asian slurs and doesn't bother to censor them. Point is, there is zero context that justifies racism like this. So when that...
Zero context, so you can't make jokes? Man, your life must suck. You must be a boring fucking person, Limus. Can't make jokes about people. You can't have fun with other people. There are people on all sides of race that love making fun of each other and will make jokes towards each other because it's funny. Like, I don't get this whole, like, under no circumstance can you make any sort of racial joke or racial slur or anything. It's like, bro, like come on. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, genuinely. You obviously don't have a group of people that can just joke with each other and have fun with each other and make jokes at each other's expense and not get fucking pissed off about it. Like, people like you suck at parties.
That argument fails. Then she tries to argue that writing down the N-word isn't the same as saying it. Sai has also said this, which is an abbreviation.
I'm going to read it. Hey, retard. Someone else called me a wigger. I responded, I'm not a wigger. This is what you're bitching about? I'm going to do it in like an Bonics accent. Wipe the slime out your eyes. Because I said I haven't... Leon's going to write in chat, or King, I swear to God. I haven't seen anyone use wigger since 2007 before this Twitter exchange. That's funny. Like, who gives a shit? Cracker? Like,
Abbreviation of the term white N-word. Lots of people got upset over that, and when pressed about it, all she will say is...
How do you get upset at the word wigger? Like...
that nobody born before 2004 thinks that it's offensive. You'll also notice that in a lot of her posts and her streams...
Which, to be fair, it is a slur. And then Sai's turning around and doing the whole, like, Hassan meme thing, where it's like, oh, well, white people can't be... There's no slurs that exist for white people. It's like, yeah, they do. But, like... Who gives a shit, wigger?
She really loves using the R slur. In fact, she believes it's not a slur at all, and then it's on the
I also don't believe it's a slur.
same level of words like stupid or moron. It's a word
Yeah, I'm kind of on that fence. Not even on the fence. I'm like 10 toes down on that one. I don't give a shit.
that she has called me and many others as, which is wild considering I'm autistic. Along with
I didn't even know you were autistic. I don't care that you're autistic. Makes a lot of sense, but you're not. Like, bro, like, I'm going to be real. Didn't know you were autistic. It's just a word, buddy.
all of this, she is also transphobic towards non-binary people and neopronouns. It doesn't shock me too much considering what her community...
Neopronouns. What are those again? Because I have to keep up with being falsely labeled as transphobic. Third person personal pronouns that exist in the English language. He, they, she, they. Neopronouns prefer to some non-binary individuals. It's Z, her. Ugh. Okay, yeah, I also think that's fucking ridiculous.
Community is like, but seeing how she talks about people who use neopronouns is really disgusting. Her understanding of queer culture...
I just don't care. Like, I'm not gonna like sit there and be like, you can't call yourself that. I'm just gonna sit there and go, if I fuck up your pronouns, I'm not really gonna like lose sleep over it.
Never left the 2000s, and it's so obvious that she isn't willing to learn and instead will just make fun of people with neopronouns and use AI images to mock them. Sai has a whole laundry list of stuff that she has done and said, so her making a stream where she just plays my entire video on stream, reacts to it, while calling me a creep and a misogynist, it's really ironic.
It's not, to be honest, that I feel like there might be more than what she said, but I don't watch Sai, so I have no idea how transformative her content is. I have a weird feeling it's not super transformative, other than the little PNG in the corner and like tomatoes being thrown at them. But like, I don't know.
The thing that tipped me off a lot, though, was her support of alleged groomers like Black Griffin. She has made a tweet after tweet defending him. I'm going to leave a link.
Well, I'm not getting into Black Griffin stuff. I literally don't know enough about it to even comment on it, so whatever.
In the description to a Google Doc containing the allegations against Black Griffin for you to see for yourself, as I don't believe that I can do a good job explaining it here.
So this person believes in the Black Griffin allegations wholeheartedly. Okay.
My point is, it's pretty tone deaf for her to say that I don't care about SA victims and that I only care about myself, while at the same time putting down victims who are trying to have their voice be heard. Now, me and Sai have gotten into a couple of arguments since the release of her stream, and after seeing how the online drama was affecting people close to me, I decided to delete my Twitter and not look back. When I did so, though, Sai searched for my Blue Sky and continued to harass me over there, trying to insinuate that I was a creep for having a lot of minors in my Discord server. I have a lot of minors.
Yeah, I'm not calling you a creep. I think Sai taking it to that level is a little ridiculous, in my opinion. I would say you're a negligent dipshit. I would say that more than anything, a negligent dipshit. I would not call you a pedophile or a creep. I wouldn't do that. I'm not going to take it that far. Even though, like, I think you're a loser, I'm not going to call you a pedophile. I'm not going to say that you're preying on these kids. I would just say that, again, you're an idiot.
Minors in my Discord server because I want my server to be a safe space for them. I've spent most of my life not being able to have a safe space where I can be myself and not feel
I can't believe this is all because of Has-Been Hotel video. Can we really, like, think about this? This whole drama, the whole reason this person is even making this video in the first place is because of Has-Been fucking Hotel. This is the dumbest drama of all time.
Any sort of judgment. And what I created with my server is a place for those who are having those same issues in their real lives to be a part of a community where they can be themselves and feel welcomed and safe. Hence,
wrong. You shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be doing that. Because that's just way too much on your plate. You're not their parents. You're not an adult. You're not an authority figure. You're a YouTuber. You should have the self-preservation and understanding that you cannot monitor these situations all the time, and you might as well just cut it out from your life in general and say, hey, fuck off, this isn't my problem. But like, that's really it. Like, I honest to Christ, that's where my main criticism of you comes from.
That's why I was so upset over what Marco Strange did on that exact same server. She has also tried to raid one of my streams with her hundreds of viewers, knowing full well that they would harass me doing it.
Limus is live. Oh my god, you guys want me to raid Limus just to be an asshole? It would be
See, that's kind of a dick move.
pretty funny. Not finding them, though.
When I learn of this and call her out, she deflects accountability by saying that I'm a baby who can't take criticism. And that...
Is it a dick move? Yeah. But, like, who cares if they raid you? You just ban them. Like, who gives a shit? Why whine about it on Twitter or Blue Sky? Like, who gives a shit? Like I don't give a fuck. Like, if somebody raids me that I don't like, which, to be honest, they can't, because I've done the smart thing and only allow certain channels to raid me if I think they're good people, or if I collaborate with them at any point, or they're people that I want to be mixing with my community. I don't just raid. I don't get raided by random people. I get raided by, like, I don't know, like Chud or Tommy's community, or fucking Dioreo's raided me a handful of times. But that's like it. Like, I don't know why I would go to Twitter and bitch about it. Like, the best you could do is, like, if they raid you, just have the mods ban people that are saying crazy shit. Like, who cares?
That's pretty much where it's been for the past month. Until recently, which I will talk about in my next section. But a couple days ago, Sai did another stream reacting to my mouthwashing video that I made in January. During the stream in which she did the exact same thing as last time, watched my video in full and gave criticism while also make fun of me, she also went out of her way to look at my playthrough of mouthwashing my VOD channel and proceed to mock me and my streaming ability. But the thing that got to me was that she also went out of her way to bully my friends who were joining me on the stream for the game. And of course, her chat was joining in on it as well.
One chatter. Good job, Limus. You got one chatter. Because Limus is using a voice changer instead of just doing funny voices, because they're a bad streamer. Okay, you guys are fucking boring as shit. Oh god, they added somebody else. In the meantime, where did this person come from? I'm going to point this out.
This is like so tame. This is so tame. Like, why? This is like not that big of a deal. Why are you making me defend Psy throughout some of this section? Why are you making me do this?
I don't know if this is too spicy, but none of the 3 people here sound like they are anyone who has ever had to worry about a pregnancy.
If you want to criticize my
Okay. And I get called transphobic? Like, damn, son. I don't know how I get called transphobic.
video, that's one thing.
That's so gay of me to do. I don't care.
But targeting my friends for the horrible crime of being friends with me is immature and childish. I've had to deal with people harassing my friends in the past for being associated with me, and I will
Yeah, that's a little crazy.
never understand the end goal with doing so. This is the same person who thinks atheists are a minority group the same way black people are. So,
Sorry, what was that tweet?
will never understand the end goal with doing so. This is the same
Okay, I'm a lesbian, autistic, and an atheist. That's 3 minorities. Does that mean you have to agree with anything I say now? What the fuck does that even mean? Are they being serious? This has to be like a bait tweet. This is obviously rage bait. It has to be. There's no way they actually believe that. There's no way they actually believe that.
person who thinks atheists are a minority
It's a bait tweet. It's an obvious bait tweet.
group the same way black people are. So, I can't really trust a lot of what she says. Cy Scribbles, I don't know what you are trying to accomplish by doing this shit. Even before the stream about me, you didn't have a reputation of being a good person to begin with, and all of this just cemented that for me. Now please, leave me alone.
You know, saying that's not going to make them go away, right? Like, you're kind of just putting a challenge out there at this point.
Gax is someone I barely interacted with before he made his 2 videos about me, but in those videos, he made claims against me that were hand-fed to him by both Marco Strange and Cy Scribbles, as well as allegations.
What did you do, Gax?
And I want to jump into some of these because it's kind of shocking just how sloppy his videos are. Gax is a Turkey Tom, Leafy, a Cheeto-style commentary channel.
Oh my god. Of course, you have to... The thing that the animation and art community and media review community hate the most. Leafy, a Cheeto, Turkey Tom. Like... Why do you have to preface it that way? Like, you're already kind of like pushing it to the point where it's like, oh, look, he's all the things that all of these people hate.
Channel. There really is no other way for me to describe him. He made 2 videos about me, talking about the things relating to me. The first one is pretty egregious. Most commentary channels are like that. He's pretty ableist throughout the video, calling me...
Oh my god, they hate commentary shit. Now their comments to me make sense. Now their comments to me make sense. I get it now. I get it. I get it now. I get it. I get it. They just hate commentary channels. Now I understand. That's why they picked this fight with me. Now I get it. Oh, you're stupid.
Things like a tard with Asperger's or retarded liquefied AIDS.
The condescending 14
Retarded liquefied AIDS.
year-old tard with Asperger's syndrome. Retarded liquefied of AIDS.
Or at least I think that's what he calls me. His
Listen, I said you are retarded, and I have no problem saying those words about you. But you're not like an evil person. You're just an idiot. Like, that's it.
my quality is atrocious. In the video, he reiterates a lot of the claims I already talked about, but still
Yeah, Gax, your mic is shit, retard.
gets a lot of details wrong. He says that Vizzy Pop and her crew were at the convention I went to, when in actuality it was just 2 or 3 voice actors from the show. Vizzy wasn't there. He mentioned some new ones, which I'm going to talk about. He says that
He's commentary phobic. I don't want to get accused of transphobia. She is commentary phobic. Gax, did you say in your video that Vizzy Pop was at this event? Did you get that wrong? Because if you did, just own it. Just own it. Because if he did, just own it. Like,
my reaction to Cy's community being transphobic is ridiculous because nobody would know what my preferred pronouns are by clicking on my account. But not before making a joke about how many made-up pronouns there are because these people only have one joke. He tries to show a screenshot that
well, to be honest, to be fair, like, people have covered people like Birdie that are like demonkin gender and shit. Like, I don't know any of that. I did, but I corrected the response vid to this video, bro. Okay. I'm just asking. You're in chat, so I'm going to ask you.
prove this, but he leaves out the fact that if you click on my YouTube account, my pronouns are literally the first thing you see next to my
Bruh, did you also fuck that up? Like, come on.
channel name. He's just being
That's so easy not to fuck up.
disingenuous. He then tries to defend Cy's racist messages by saying they are out of context, ironically showing very little context to my conversation history with Cy. I already mentioned what the context was. Cy was trying to correct someone on them thinking that the N-word is not as bad as the word queer, and she does it by just flat out saying it along with Asian slurs. I don't see how that's supposed to prove a point. And again, I've said before that no
I kind of agree with I kind of agree with Limus on there. It's like Sai says that queer's bad, but will say other slurs on top of that to make some sort of like argumentation. It's like, nope, my region blocked that feature for me. So L, what region are you in that they're blocking pronouns? I assume you're out of the country then. And you're in a country that is not super gay friendly, I assume.
No amount of context excuses the things that Sai has said. Even if you're pretending to be someone who is racist, lowering yourself to that standard by saying what they would say doesn't make you any better than the person you are trying to debate. Especially
Middle Eastern? Yeah, that makes sense now.
when you don't even bother censoring the Asian
No
slurs
offense to the Middle East, but you guys really don't like gay people.
you said as well. Nothing stopped you from putting placeholders or abbreviations to represent the words you were trying to say. In Gax's second video about me, he randomly brings up a tweet about a cuck art of Silver, Whisper, and Tangle from Sonic the Hedgehog. I made a quote tweet of the art saying that it was thinly disguised homophobia. I was not aware at the time.
Thinly disguised homophobia. What?
Abbreviations to represent the words you were trying to say. In Gax's second video about me, he randomly brings up a tweet about a cuck art of Silver, Whisper, and Tangle from Sonic the Hedgehog. I made a quote tweet of the art saying that it was thinly disguised homophobia.
What is the artwork then? Can you show it to me? Like, what is the thinly veiled homophobia?
I was not aware at the time that the art was made as a reference to her Friday Night Funkin' drawing. The replies I got to that tweet were filled with transphobia, which is why I left this tweet.
Noticing a lot of people upset over me saying they're either bigots, pedophiles, or both. Why are you doing this? Why do you respond to people? Okay. I'm starting to see an issue here. You respond to literally everything. This is a problem, Limus. You need to stop. You need to like delete your Twitter account and your Blue Sky account. Like you're showing the gene. You're showing the gene, Limus. You're showing the gene. You know what the gene is, Limus? It's where you start mooing. Where you start mooing like a cow. And people are going to hear the mooing and are going to continue to shit on you for things that are either completely fake or things that are justifiable. And you're going to continuously crash out giving people more and more and more content to work with. Like you're mooing right now. You need to stop.
Most of the replies were from transphobic Sonic accounts and Sonic accounts centered around porn of the underage characters. I don't really understand why Gax put this in the video as some sort of gotcha.
But it's like, how is it thinly veiled homophobia, though?
Not that big of a deal. Was my tweet dumb and unnecessary? Absolutely. Hence why
Yeah, mooing.
I deleted it along with the rest of my Twitter. It just feels like this was only
Oh, you deleted Twitter? Delete Blue Sky next, because you're saying stupid shit on Blue Sky, too.
included to pad out the runtime. It has become
Limus 1, Chris 0? Yeah, okay. Okay, Ace. Okay, Ace. Okay. Okay, Ace. Sure. The guy that's dating Birdie's fucking ex-girlfriend is coming at me right now? Sure.
so evident to me that Gax has very little substance on things that I have done, so he needs to include stuff like this. You could use that time to give actual mature criticisms and arguments about my actions online, but instead you need to reach with tweets that do not matter in the slightest. It shows how desperate you are to try and expose me. The next main claim he makes is really stupid. He brings up my issues with the scene and has been...
That's not real. It's a joke. Joke.
Tell Sir Pinchas being dragged away and implied to be raped for laughs. He then tries to say that I'm a hypocrite because I laugh
You
at
have Sai's sloppy seconds. Dude, they hate Sai. What are you talking about?
a similar joke while playing GTA San Andreas on my stream. And the clip he shows is me clearly uncomfortable with the scene and laughing because Nuggies, who was in the call and stream at the time, played the fucking Derma teacher noise sound effect.
Fuck you! Look at that! You just walk in and you just go like...
You are. Oh, baby, please, no. Please, baby, no.
Okay, that sound. This literally happens in the clip that he shows, and he still tries to act like I was laughing at the rape scene. When I saw this part in the video, it basically proved to me that he is not interested in being honest and instead wants to spin whatever.
Okay, that's fair, Gax. If that was the clip in of itself, and you accuse them of like laughing at a rape scene, but no rape was shown on the screen, like, who cares? And even if they did laugh at a rape scene, like, who gives a shit? Like, I literally can't care. Like, I can't bring myself to give a shit. Is it in bad taste? Sure, but like, am I gonna sit here and crucify somebody over it? No.
For narrative he wants. The last thing I want to mention of this video is that he also repeats a common false claim about me that I helped bully has-been fans who related to Angel Dust off the site. His evidence, if you can even call it that, is his source, which is just a Discord message.
That wasn't your claim? What was your claim then? Write it out.
From a censored account. Funny enough,
I'm sorry to find proof more of this. So according to one friend, Limus bullied someone off Twitter who's also a victim. Basically, they tell them, hi, I relate to Angel, and Limus will harass the bully off the site just for disagreeing with them. Weird.
this is the same type of evidence that has-been fans get mad about when it comes to claims against VivziePop, but if it's with me, then I guess that's okay. He does show a screenshot that is meant to be evidence of me bullying an artist by the name of Vanilla Brown.
Speaking of alignment, okay, what is this? Boy, did I call it or what, Limus? It's deleted. Original ACC is private now. We're probably still there. Now as a victim of sexual assault and trafficking. Like, who cares?
Brown sugar off.
Just pulling up thoughts on the doc. Retarded, Ace. This document is so fucking retarded. The best criticism that I have for Limus is that they are negligent and they are a complete fucking idiot. And they shouldn't have doubled down saying, I want a space for all kinds of people in one space together. It's just the dumbest idea possible. And they shouldn't have done it in the first place. That's really it. And that there are definitely things you could call them a hypocrite for, but I would say like 99% of this document is just complete and utter trash. It's just garbage. It's a garbage document.
Twitter for their drawing of Val Angel art. This tweet wasn't even in reference to Nilla. There is no evidence that it was related to Nilla. I have never spoken to Nilla before or after what happened. They have me blocked on Blue Sky even before this happened, and their Twitter account is deleted, not privated. Nilla getting harassed off Twitter for their art is horrible, and I do not condone it in the slightest. I have never been okay with people harassing or attacking others for shit like this, and it disappoints me that so many people believe the screen.
I was calling them a hypocrite for criticizing the Hasman Hotel scene while also launching a scene where an abuse occurred. That's all. And no, I didn't notice the sound when I was halfway done with my video. Okay. So my criticism to you, Gax, is be a lot more specific with your claims from now on. Like, I get that you probably take like, what is it? You probably take inspiration from commentary channels. You want to be better than them. You want to be better than a Cheeto, because a Cheeto gets shit wrong like constantly. You definitely want to be really pointed, even if it's like a quick shitty video that you're putting together. Just be pointed on it, because then you're going to have people like myself that are coming into like response videos or dramas looking at this and going, dude, you fucked up here somewhere. And it kind of sounds like you fucked up a handful of times. Just be clear with your criticisms, all right? Because then you give people an out, you know?
Screenshot that wasn't even related to Nilla, simply because they need any sort of ammunition against me. With that being said, the one screenshot that Gax does show in the video that I will take.
I generally what Limus would call Chris. They already tried to come at me for getting fired from the Keemstar show, which didn't happen. I quit. So, like, their lore's wrong. They already tried coming after me. And I was just, like, doing some stupid shit posts. That's all I was doing. I didn't even do anything serious. It was just a shit post. And they got, like, really mad at me over it. like, they got really, really mad at me for no reason. Again, I'm not trying to label Limus as, like, anything that is malicious. I'm just saying you're an idiot.
Accountability for is when I told a person in my comment section that the way they were coping with their abuse was unhealthy. That was not my call to make. And
if they are doing something that's unhealthy, yeah, you shouldn't be somebody that is giving them advice. But if you do see something as that you believe is not healthy, you should voice that and be like, this is not healthy. Not all coping mechanisms are healthy. That's a good thing to say. I don't see why there's a problem here. Like, I don't see how that's a problem, and you have to apologize for that.
The way they were coping with their abuse was unhealthy. That was not my call to make, and it was wrong of me to judge them for their coping mechanism in the way that I did, and I apologize for that. Gax, I know these type of videos are easy to make, and I know you want to be this edgy commentary channel and be an asshole online, but you could at the...
So the thing is that it's not just being edgy for edgy's sake. I hate when people do this about commentary channels. Like, the criticism is like, oh, they're just a bunch of edgy drama creators, and they're all just saying crazy shit so they can get views. No, this is like our actual opinions. Like, if I think you're a fucking retard, I think you're actually a fucking retard. It's not because you have autism. It's not because you have debilitating mental disorders. It's because I think you're just a complete fucking idiot. If I call you these things, and if I criticize you for these things, it's not being me being edgy. It's me telling you that you're an idiot. Like, I don't understand the whole, like, well, they're just being edgy for edgy's sake. It's like, bro, there are commentary channels that aren't edgy that get shit way more wrong than the rest of us, and everyone dick sucks them because they aren't real. They're fake. Those commentary channels that you see, there's like, what's his name? Fuck, I already forgot his name. He's the guy that put those allegations. Fuck, Lewis McClung. That's an example. Lewis McClung, Dogpack, the rest of these people that are like safe commentary channels are always the ones that end up fucking up something the worst. Constantly. Every time. Because they're not the ones giving their real opinions on shit. They're the ones trying to find the easiest way to look correct. And when they are wrong, the audience eats them alive more than people like us. Like, I'll never understand why you want to be one of those people. Because you are teetering on a knife's edge at that point.
the very least, verify the claims you receive and know who you are getting it from.
That's fair. You know what? Listen, Gax, Limus got you there. Just be those things that they criticize you on. At least you acknowledged it. Made a video talking about how you were wrong on certain aspects. I'll give you that much. All right, I'll give Limus that much. You should take that criticism to heart, bud.
That's just my suggestion. Take it or leave it. I've eaten a lot of shit on this topic for a while, and I'm way too exhausted to keep dealing with stuff like this. If you walk away from this video not believing a single thing I said, fine. Believe what you want to believe. But please, for the love of God, leave me and my friends alone. I'm not going to keep getting stepped on. I have a lot of projects that I should be working on right now, but instead I made this.
Why? All these channels are like tiny little fucking channels that don't matter. Why even make the video? What's the point of making the video then? What's the point? If you know that none of these people hold a candle to you, why go through the effort of making a 23-minute response video if you know it's bullshit, if it's nothing of importance, if these views aren't impacting you and people aren't coming to you and going, hey, you need to respond to Psy. Hey, you need to respond to this Marcus guy. Hey, you need to respond to Gax. Like, who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? Like, why even make the time to do this?
I want to move on from this because I'm too tired of lies and blatant harassment towards myself and my friends. Marco, Psy, and Gax are all hypocrites, liars, and overall undesirable people. They have gone out of their way to try and spin a yarn of false narratives and spread lies. Whether or not you want to believe me is your choice. But the people who are spreading this false information about me have shown themselves to be untrustworthy people. Love me or hate me, nobody is a saint here. I want to get back to making content that I want to make. I've had to carry a lot of this on my chest, and hopefully I can...
You're such an idiot for responding to all these people. Like, you're dumb as shit. Like, you're dumb as shit. You're dumb as fuck. Again, criticism of you being dumb as fuck leads into the whole document thing that we went over. Like, it's just a pattern of behavior of you being an idiot and choosing the worst fucking things to say and the dumbest actions to make. Like, that's where we're at now. Like, this is stupid. This whole drama was stupid. You're stupid. Everyone that tried coming at you for dumb shit are stupid. Like, the document was stupid. This was a waste of my time. But I made money, so I don't really care. And I got to be petty. You know, I love being petty. I'm probably just going to leave the VOD up. It's just one, like, whole VOD stream at this point. We're almost 4 hours in. You want to know something funny? Sure. Sure. What do I need to know, Ace? What do I need to know? Let me do my final thoughts on it before I, like, close it out. Limus, you're not malicious. You're not a predator. You're not trying to create a grooming server. I can't see any of that from the evidence that was presented to me in that document, okay? What I will say is that you're negligent. You are a hypocrite in some aspects when it comes to how you operate your server. And I'm glad that you made the correction to remove all the kids for that. That's a great first step. The next step, stop responding to everybody. Just shut the fuck up and make your content. Do what everybody else does that is growing a channel, and don't fight with shitters for no reason. Like, I'm a shitter compared to you. You shouldn't have even responded to me trying to get it own. It's just stupid. Apparently, since Ants was trying to interview Limus unironically thought Ant made a doc against him. Is really funny, hence why he denied an interview. So he thought that Ant made the document on him. Them, she, whatever, sorry. But, like, that's fucking stupid. Chris is also stupid for watching this. Yes, I am super gaming. But, to be fair, I had to be petty. Because I am a petty person. Okay? I'm a petty person that will give advice when he can. Okay? I will do those things. All right? Another thing. Two more things I want to end off on. Never pick a fight with a commentary channel that has nothing to lose and will just milk you for money. That's my next That's my next advice as a content creator. Number 3, if you're going to have a Discord server, don't allow kids in it at all. It's just not worth it. If they slip it and you have no idea, you can't stop that. But if anything happens, that falls on your head. And you can't double down when people say, hey, maybe we should stop having these kinds of conversations in here, and then tell people you're a fucking asshole for telling me to do something different. Like, you can't be doing that. You just take the optical approach and get rid of the kids. It's that easy. All right? No, Gex, I didn't watch any of your stuff. I just went over the whole document. Okay. Because I didn't want to cover Ethan Hassan Destiny drama or any of the other gay shit that's going on right now. I think this is where we're going to end it. I appreciate your time today. I do. Limus, I had a lot of fun making fun of you, talking about your drama. I hope that I treated you fair, Limus. I feel like I treated you fair, to the best of my ability with how dumb the goddamn document was. I feel like I was fair throughout this. Maybe I kept calling them retard. Maybe I did do that. But, you know, sometimes you got to get told. Sometimes you got to get told when you're being dumb. And that's okay. That's okay. So I want to say thank you to everybody that was watching. Thank you all for your genuine contributions today, your generous contributions. This stream will just remain public. It's one big chunk of one topic we talked about, so it'll remain public, no clip. Even if it's demonetized due to the amount of things I say, I'll still put it in there. So I genuinely appreciate all your time. The content sucks. The stream was fun. Yeah, I hated the content, but I did it to be petty, so that's all that matters. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys most likely either tomorrow or the next day. It's probably going to be tomorrow. I'm thinking about the DSP Kino Casino arc stuff, so we might cover that tomorrow for shits and giggles, because that sounds like fun compared to whatever the hell this garbage was.